Check, check. Check and see we got volume here, huh? The boy Casey. I think we are probably good.
Let's see here.
Check, check. Let's go. Check and see we got volume. Hoodstocks podcast is brought to you by looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean, killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killer Kush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got it all, baby. Hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com or follow them on IG at killerkush__420. And that's how you can find their nearest location. And if you're in the city of East Los Angeles, yes, sir, East LA Exotics. They are located at 6009 East Olympic Boulevard. This podcast is also brought to you by Gutter Phenom. Gutter Phenom is a lifestyle brand that is dedicated to supporting and inspiring individuals who are determined to achieve their dreams. We believe that no matter where you come from and what you've been through with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. A portion of our proceeds are donated to organizations that provide vocational training for parolees and scholarships and for those in need of drug and alcohol treatment. Visit gutterphenom.com and use exclusive code Hoodstocks20 to receive 20% off your order today. This podcast is also brought to you by Apish OG. Follow them on Instagram at Apish_OG, and you can pull up on them in the city of Maywood at OG Nation. Come get your flowers, edibles, one-stop shop for all your needs, baby. Let's go. This podcast is brought to you by Origin Bakery Equipment, your one-stop shop for all your bakery and restaurant equipment needs. Home-based to wholesale commercial bakeries, new and used. Follow them on Instagram at Origin Bakery Equipment LLC or pull up on them in the city of South El Monte at 10441 Rush Street. This podcast is also brought to you by introducing Go Loco, Baby Loco, and Baby Loca for the ladies, the cannabis pre-roll brands that will take your smoking experiences to the next level, baby. We understand that smoking cannabis is not just a habit, it's a lifestyle. That's why we've carefully crafted our pre-rolls to provide you with the ultimate smoking experience. Follow them on IG, blackswan.la. Follow them on IG, blackswan.la. Let's go. Casey, are we ready, baby?
Yes, sir.
Let's get this shit cracking. Yes, sir. You heard the man. Welcome to Hoodstocks on a Sunday evening. Hope you had a good day today. Glad you motherfuckers are back. My Goonies. Let's go, baby. Shit. Like, subscribe. Let a neighbor know we here, baby. Let's go. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Check it out right here. Got some new car fresheners, baby. Casey, go ahead and hit this camera right here, big doggy dog. Car fresheners, Hoodstocks, car fresheners. www.50racks.com, www.50racks.com. And I know I told everybody they smell like methamphetamine, but they don't, dog. We don't want your car smelling like motherfucking methamphetamine, you know? I thought it was funny until I noticed that nobody was buying these motherfuckers, dog. Then I was like, well, that wasn't a good tactic of selling my fucking our car fresheners. Black ice, that's what it smells like. You like black ice? You know what I mean? Then, hey, www.50racks.com. Oh, excuse me. Support Hoodstocks podcast. You can do that by buying some of these at the website. And man, let me give those to you, Kat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Also, too, today, man, I got really blessed. I got really, really blessed. Stizzy, our sponsor. You guys see it right there, Stizzy. You know what I mean? The best, one of the best wheat brands in the world. And they blessed your boy with this right here. They dropped it off at my crib, and they did it like that, dog.
Woo, damn.
Look at that shit right there, baby. Stizzy, Leanne, the owner of Stizzy, I love you. Thank you so motherfucking much for supporting us and believing in us. Look at the hood stocks, cartridge for the pen, the indica, that's indica too.
Take one out, let's see it.
Bro, they got the fucking packaging all the way around. They are not fucking around. I mean, if you're gonna be sponsored by a weed brand, I mean, shit. Stizzy's the one, baby.
That one's
the
hard.
big dogs. This
chain.
one's hard as fuck with the chain on it. Dude, these motherfuckers go above and beyond. And look at the fucking the batteries, bro. Those are hard. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Shit is stupid hard, and I'm really taken back by this gesture right here, and I love you guys, and I thank you guys so much, man. I love it so much, I don't even want to smoke none of this shit, you know? And if I do smoke it, I'll take it out, smoke it, but I got to put it back in here because this is just a beautiful piece of art right here. You know, to take the time and do this is just for us, for me, is unbelievable, and I love you guys, man, and thank you so much. Okay, let's get down to business, baby. Let's clear the table off a little. Put this up like this. Okay, today's guest out of Pomona, California. I want everybody to give it up for KRAZY Cat. You're on the Rose Parade float for a minute, huh? I seen that. Shit. That motherfucking Rose Parade float got bumper, got
curves.
But yeah, it is a motherfucking.
You're a little speechless there.
I was like, how you doing, Kat?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Shit, thank you for just pulling up and just being, being the MVP for us this weekend. You know, we had talked previously, and I know we were bound to collaborate on something. And but initially, we were gonna have a transgender on here.
Yes. I am not the transgender. I just want to clarify that.
Prove it.
Prove it.
I see a couple of people commenting, is that the trend? No.
Drop your draws.
Let's clarify that here.
Yeah, well, you 100% don't look like a transgender. You look like a beautiful woman out of Pomona, California. And you know what? Dudes were losing their fucking mind about this transgender thing. And someone made a good point on a comment and said, Lucky, maybe you approached it wrong and the picture that you posted was a little too much. You know, because I really fuck with dudes. Because you see this man with tits and a fake tits, fake ass, and women's lingerie, and it's fucking with you, dog, because you're not sure if you like that or not. I get it.
I don't agree. You could have had him in a church dress and your audience probably wouldn't have wanted him. See him.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and I got to respect the audience. You know what? I'm not like, shit, you know, I ain't got no stock in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I don't, you know, if this is not what you want to hear to me, so I got a dark sense of humor, and I think chicks with dicks are fucking funny, you know?
Yeah.
I call them avatars, you know, and I think they're funny. And initially, I really wanted to clown, and I had some good jokes. You know, I had some good jokes, you know, like, hey, when you meet a dude at a club and you take him home, what's the first thing you do? Pull out your tits or your dick, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just had some stupid shit like that to say,
Yeah,
you know? And to me, I enjoy that. But to other motherfuckers, and I get it too. Have you ever been on Pornhub and they got those pop-ups that pop up on Pornhub? Any guys right here? I'm sure the girls don't watch Pornhub.
K9's not here to attest to it.
Do girls watch Pornhub? Yeah? Yes. What do you, lady over there?
Lady over there.
Lady over there in the moo-moo. In the pack of Marble Lights. When you get on Pornhub, what do you type in?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah? Being honest?
Honest.
I like lesbian porn.
Lesbian porn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Would I ever be with a girl? No.
But it turns you on.
Yeah.
Lesbian porn turns you on. Does lesbian porn turn you on?
Yes. I've been with a girl though, so I don't.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you already experienced it, it's whatever.
Did she have the strap on, or did you have the strap
We
on?
didn't do any of that.
No?
No.
Okay. That's like extracurricular activities,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. But girls watch, so
But, yes.
women watch Pornhub. What do you type in when you're going to watch
I
Pornhub?
don't watch Pornhub. I'm all about making my own porn behind without it getting recorded.
Oh, without getting recorded. I was going to say, damn, you know what I mean? Keywords. Keywords,
Without it
please.
getting recorded. I don't need to really watch it.
You know, the interesting thing about this whole conversation, too, and it may not be interesting to some, but we found out after the fact of just like all the drama of having that, potentially having that individual on, that Casey got on the phone with Shim, and Shim told him that that the motherfucker did is on Pornhub doing fucking trans sex. You know,
Gotta make your money.
Yeah, and they say
make your money.
They say it pays good. Shim says told
She
him
said it was very lucrative.
very lucrative. Yeah, very lucrative business. Chicks with dicks, sword fighting, and Shim told him that why do I like saying that?
Oh, it kind of rhymes.
It kind of rhymes. There it is. It kind of rhymes. bro.
You're flowing here. Yeah.
Shim told him that that Shim is also used to be an escort for rich people. That she would
High-profile clients.
High-profile clients that Shim could never say because you know the confidentiality thing, and Shim would never say nothing because the money is so good, right? Like if you want something that people to shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Because you pulled up in a G-string and a fucking dick and tits and all that other shit, you know. You're gonna. I would think you'd pay enough money to keep Shim quiet, right?
Right. Yeah.
That'd be
You know,
pretty.
it's a funny story.
Yeah,
I used
let's
to,
hear it.
drive around an escort. There was a Craigslist. I moved to Arizona. There was a Craigslist posting about be my driver, drive me around, the guy. And then I went to go pick him up to drive him. This was before the whole Uber stuff and all that. So he just needed a ride. And then he was like, we're going to pick up my girl. I'm like, okay. And then we pick up the girl. And he's like, we're going to go to this hotel right here. And I'm like, okay. And then we're like waiting in the car. And then she's doing her thing. And then she comes back down. And he's like, all right, just take us home. I'm like, okay. And then it was actually really good money. So I did it like a couple times. And I was just like, I don't want to drive no more.
Was the car stick shift?
It's my car. No.
Oh, it was your car. Okay. That's all. I don't know
I don't
why.
drive
The
stick
whole
shift.
time you're
Only
telling
one
me this,
stick
I was like, is it a stick shift?
Not that stick shift.
She driving a stick shift, 5-speed stick shift. You just fucking looking back at him. Jack the stick off real quick. Make a right turn. All right, I'm sorry about that. See, I'm having a disconnect with my guests these days. You know what I mean? I'm on my own little planet. Rick, what did you think about all that, bro, with the fucking transvestite? And you, at first, I said Rick, and so this is a big reason why I didn't do it because Rick, K9 was on the fence because K9 has had interactions with. No, I'm just fucking with you. He has a funny story about a transvestite. But these two dudes were just like, look, you know what? I'm not sure about this, dog. We get it, bro, but we're not sure about this shit, you know? Rick.
Well, honestly, like, I didn't think it fit with what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's content, and I'm sure there would have been a lot of people to, like, comment about it, talk shit, say whatever. Like, we would have got a lot of airtime with it, just from
It would have done
maybe,
views, is what you're saying?
Yeah, a lot of views, but I'm thinking more of the views would have been negative, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like it goes with what we got going on. At least not right now, for sure.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. And I've done a transvestite before, but it's dudes are so funny, man. And I get it. Dudes are so funny. But it was a female transitioning into a dude, and it was actually my homeboy's sister, well now brother, that I met at a little backyard boogie, and I thought it was a dude. The dude had a beard, you know what I mean? He had a beard, but taking them things, and I initially did an interview, and it was a good conversation, and dudes are okay with that, you know? But if it's a chick with a dick, they're not cool with that shit, dog. You know? They don't like chicks with dicks. And I get it. And back to the Pornhub thing. What I was getting at is I wanted to use this kind of as an analogy, right? So when you're on Pornhub and one of those pop-ups pop up and it's two dudes sword fighting or a fucking dude with a tits and a dick fucking serving something, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, hold up. And you just get away from that shit, you know what I mean? That's how I am. I don't want to see that shit, you know? Yeah. But I would have fun entertaining the conversation with that. But I thought about it. I said, well, maybe dudes are like that with even the conversation. They're like, oh shit, no, I don't want to hear that shit. You know?
Yeah, I've had uncles like they'll to each their own, but stay away from me. They don't want to. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to hear it. I'm totally open minded. I actually wanted to see it. Wanted to.
You left me an amazing comment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that made me think of you and say, well, shit, I wonder if Crazy Cat would be down in these unusual circumstances to pull up for your boy and, just chop it up, have this conversation and then get into your story. And I'm very thankful and I'm very appreciative that you made the time for this at late notice. And I owe you one. Let's say it like that. I mean,
Thank you.
I owe you
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You've been a great host and very friendly with my friends. So thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
Thank you for bringing this football team in here.
Hospitable.
I'm just fucking around. You're like, let me just take that back. Called my homegirls a football team. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I know he's like, bring one person. I'm like, okay. I got all
No,
these.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's different because
You're
usually,
girls.
yeah, it's girls. There's girls in here. Like, what the fuck are girls doing in here? It's usually a fucking salami factory, sausage fest. Bunch of dudes fucking all fucked up. Dudes get drunk and they don't understand their volume. I'm that dude. And then when there's a bunch of other dudes with that shit, man, I wonder what the neighbors think. They're like, fuck, what the fuck are them dudes? What is a sorority over there? Bunch of fucking middle-aged dudes, loud as fuck. And young dudes. They're not all, everyone's my age and Rick's age. But anyways, so back to planet Earth. How was your day today? You said you rode all day.
Yes, I am in a biker club.
Okay.
So I have a 17 Road King. And we had our meeting this morning, and then we had to go support some events. So we rode for hours. Well, I think I started riding at 9, and I got home at what time I text you for?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all day. And then I got ready and came here.
Huh.
Have my girls and do something after.
What's the biker club? I mean, what is it's a biker club?
It's a woman's MC. Yes.
That's dope. What's the name of it?
Rowdy Ones. Ooh, so we're an actual motorcycle club. We're not a riding club.
AKA feisty ones.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
We wear patches. We have bylaws. We're more, I think, official compared to riding clubs or a group of women that just get together and go riding.
Yeah, like the PTA meetings, going out riding. This is different, right?
Yeah, more like politics and stuff like that too. We're more respectful of the street things as well.
Well, yeah, and thank you for that right there, because I had a question for you. And my question off the rip was this. You know what I mean? Like, so you got these dudes, right? You got the dudes that have been bikers forever, right? And now there's this era that we're in, and it's amazing, and I love it, and I support it. And there's a lot of, I love and support that there's a lot of females now riding bikes. That's badass. Sexy ass bitches on a bike. You on a freeway. Almost crashed because fucking 17 Road King. What's the 17?
2017.
Oh, 2017. Okay.
Road King.
Dude, I don't got a bike.
Harley.
I got a fucking, what do I got? I got a bicycle, But I've rode bikes before in the past, but I rode street bikes, like when I was in the hood and
crotch
shit.
Rockets.
Yeah, I rode crotch rockets just to navigate. I'd be strapped, dope, a scale on me, running around, doing this, that. You know what I mean?
Would you wear the vest, the leathers?
Just the chaps, bro. Just the chaps, dog. Why is chicks with dicks and chaps always funny? Not chicks with dicks and chaps. I'm just saying there's two things. There's some things that are funny to me. Chaps are always funny. And then you got the bikers like, oh, here we go, the assless, chapless thing. You know what I mean? These guys don't ride. It's the first thing they say every time, right? Rick, would you ever get a bike?
I don't think so, just because of the way I drive. I drive kind of reckless, so I think on a bike I'd probably be doing too much.
Yeah.
We're just as reckless.
Yeah.
I mean, you grew up in LA. Everybody's reckless driving around here.
I don't want to die on a bike, Like, I don't want to die at all, but, like, I drive reckless in the car already. Like, so I just think it'd be, like, I was interested in the bikes, but I don't know.
A lot of guys get show bikes because you're like blinged up. So
Yeah.
maybe, they just cruise. They don't really do anything.
I like to race. Like if somebody pulls up next to me, even in any kind of car I'm in, I'm trying to race him.
Damn.
That puts in any kind of car I'm in.
Yeah. You know?
Rims that engine of that Ford Focus.
Yeah.
We're going to say the Kia.
Well,
Put it in ramming and fucking hit the idle and neutral and just pop it into drive. That's it. Yeah, no, I get it. And my family, I feel like Rick too. You know, I mean, I don't want to. My family would be very highly upset about me on a bike at this point in time in my life, just because of what I've come from and what I've been through, and they just think like it'd probably be something that I don't need in my life, right? Something that just can potentially maybe be a detriment in my wealth and health and all the above, because. I like shrooms and shit, you know, and fuck, I can barely drive a car sometimes. And I hate that. And don't do this, guys. Don't do that. Kids, don't do that. Be responsible. Don't be like me sometimes, very small percentage of the time. I usually try to be very responsible because I understand the repercussions of that shit. But anyways, what I was getting at, though, sorry, we're getting all over the place.
Well, riding is actually like an antidepressant for a lot
100%.
of us. You know?
I agree.
So even... people start later, but they realize like how free and it just helps you mentally. Just riding down the road and feels amazing. So whenever I have a bad day, I love to jump on my bike and go. Yeah. So it depends on the person. Yeah, of course.
So what I was saying initially earlier, before I got off of my little bullshit, is that having female bike clubs now, and now they're involved in these events with all these other bikers, 1%ers. I'm not sure how all the politics work on that stuff. But, you know, sometimes you worry. Something pops off and you got all these biker chicks there, you know what I mean? And they can, you know, I'm always worried about someone if something happens and you got the wrong people there and they telling and shit, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying females would be like that, but I respect what you said in regards to respecting the streets and the culture of that community, right? You know, but that's everywhere though, and I don't mean to throw that on you. It's just in general, but I like it, and I love it that women are getting on bikes, and your club is the Rowdy ones, huh?
Yes.
How long have they been around for?
We just had our 5-year anniversary.
Wow. Are you like a founding father?
I'm not.
Mother?
No, I'm not one of the founders.
No.
founding mother.
Are you? How long have you been riding for?
I have been riding for 5 years now, yes.
5 years. And you also have a brand, too, KRAZY Cats. What is it, leather or something?
KRAZY Cats Moto.
Moto.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a clothing brand?
Yeah, it's like I started off as a women's gear for women riders. There wasn't a lot out there for us because, again, it's a male's world, and especially in the motorcycle world. So there wasn't a lot. And then a lot of women were starting to ride. So I wanted to be able to offer some gear and apparel that was a little bit more than, back in the day with all the bling, like the little, you kind of remember the hippie biker stuff?
Yeah.
That's what they were still selling. So I was trying to sell, more updated things and stylish and just modern.
Like Cali shit, baby.
Cali, there you go. Yeah, especially, yeah, West Coast for sure. Because East Coast biking is way different of a style.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it is.
What would be the difference, like, first major difference?
I'm not sure. Like, just you could just see the different look of it.
Yeah.
Different colors. I think they rock more like, I feel like they rock more like brighter.
Yeah, I get you now.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the terrain, and it makes sense, and it's no knock on it. It's just, you come to Cali, you're in Cali.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can go to fucking New York, and you're in New York. It's just it's the landscape, and there's different colors and different structures and all the above on different landscapes, and we respect it all. But yeah, I get that. Yeah, and that's dope that you did that. You seen, and that's a perfect time to be doing that too, especially with all the women bikers raising up.
Yes. Yes. So it's actually
sexy
I've been
bitches too, man.
doing some good collaborations with some biker companies. So that's been good to me. My money maker is I tattoo eyebrows for women.
You tattoo eyebrows?
Yeah.
What about dudes? I got a couple dudes that are on the studio.
There
They're not here
are
right now.
men who come in, not to me, but I've seen it with other people, and they go in and they'll get some stuff done.
You see his mustache? That's a tattoo right there.
I could fill that one in.
You can fill that one in?
Let's do it.
It's starting to fade on the
I have
sides.
to fill that.
Fuck you.
Fool just gave his RuPaul look right there, huh? Just struck a pose on us real quick.
Yeah, this is my. I'm a biker too. I ride mopeds. So this is that moped, the moped stash.
Moped life.
Life.
Ped life. Do moped dudes get any action?
Probably from moped girls.
There's not a lot of them.
Definitely not Harley girls.
Not Harley girls.
No, there's no way. Even if you don't have a bike, it's really hard to date you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Or even if you have a smaller bike than I do, it's really hard to date you even more.
But what if he's got a big dick?
Consideration.
I'm sorry about that. What if he's got a small bike but a big dick? Now what?
That's like a Corvette thing, right? They have a big car or something.
No, I think Corvette thing is like a midlife crisis thing, which I was
Well, as
in the
long
market
as if
for
it's
recently.
red. Oh wow, actually, did you buy a red vehicle, Lucky, recently?
I did. I bought a Cadillac. I got a
Oh, I
Cadillac.
thought you were going to say Corvette.
No, I got a Cadillac. It's in the shop. It's coming out. It's getting some engine stuff. It's getting all the seals resealed and shit. I don't know. I was just like, man, let me just get like a little bit of an old school Cadillac and happen to be red, bro. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I'm not mad at the color. I would prefer black because I like black on everything, you know, especially my toast. All right, that was stupid. All right, somebody say that was stupid. Anyways, fucking corny shit. Yeah, got a caddy, baby, you know, and it happened to be red. One owner, got a good deal on it. Kat, let's get into your story, your come up, you know, what has made the woman that we have sitting here today, right? Mm-hmm. I'd like to get into your story so people can get to know you, and yeah, where would we start at?
You ask me. Where do you want to start at?
Let's start.
I told him, I have so many different aspects in my life that have happened.
I mean, were you raised with mom and pops?
So I was raised with my mom and not my biological dad. So my mom was from a gang. My biological dad was from the same gang, and he chose the streets. My mom met my dad who raised me and wanted to have kind of like a better father figure for me, or for her daughters. So got raised that way, but the bring up was still a lot of the gang life. I was around, a lot of meetings at my house, a lot of visits to prisons, a lot of just a lot of things. So when I was 16, I found out my dad wasn't my real dad.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was a big life-changing experience for me. Because once your parents lie to you, you don't really trust anyone after that.
Ooh, that's deep.
Yeah. So I went into a whole trying to figure everything out myself and understanding why certain people treated me the way they did while I was growing up, like family. I always thought I was a big girl when I was younger, so I always thought it was because of that. And my sisters were always thin and small, so I was like, oh, maybe they're just kind of a little distant or mean to me because of that. But it ended up being because of that. My dad wasn't my real dad, so.
That's a cold shot right there, though, and I feel that too. Like, you 16, and I don't mean to cut you off, but it's an interesting point right there. That you wondered the whole time, like, man, why do they treat me different than these two other girls right here, my sisters, right? Which were who you thought was your father's real daughters, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then once you got that news, everything just like probably just ran through your mind, like all the memories, everything just like through you, and you just put it all together and you said, you motherfuckers. Yeah. You could have given me a heads up on this shit.
Yeah. And my parents didn't tell me. I don't know how long they were trying to keep it from me. But my cousins were kind of talking about it. Again, cousins from my dad's side. So I asked, and I guess you never go in actually thinking you're going to hear, no, he's not, you know? And when you do, it's like, I feel like it's like asking someone, did you cheat on me? And they say, and you're like, no, he didn't cheat on me. And then you find out, yes, he did. It's like, you just your whole world changes. And after that, I totally lost myself. I just started drinking, going into drugs, rebelling, didn't care, missing school, just partying and doing whatever just to keep my mind like, I just didn't give a fuck. I had total resentment against my parents.
So let's say this. Let me say this. I mean, did your stepfather love you the same way that he loved his other daughters?
He absolutely did. I would have never known if it wasn't for his family.
Fucking shout out to that dude. That's a real one right there. And that's hard sometimes. I mean, it's easier. I would say it's easier when like, say if I have a stepdaughter, which I do, right? And say if her father wasn't in her picture, then 100%, like, let's go, baby girl. You know what I mean? You are mine, and that's it. I got you 1,000%, even though I still do, but it would be just a different type of affection. And but say if one does have it in their life, then, you're a little bit of like, you play your role, you mind your space, right? Especially if the dude's doing right. And so.
Yeah, he even gave me his last name. So that's another reason I was just always like, what? I have his last name, So.
So now you're wondering, like, what's my real last name?
Yeah, it's crazy because it's more Mexican than my dad who raised me. So, and I look super white, but his last name was Adriano. And I'm like, I mean, my sisters look more Mexican than I do. And I'm like, what? This makes no sense to me. But yeah, that's what it was. So drugs and alcohol came into my life. And from there, I was doing a lot of things. Right after high school, I was working and moved in with a friend. Tried to go to college and do some things, but I was so high all the time. Got into crystal meth, which was one hell of a drug, for sure. And I actually liked it so much because, like I said, I was a bigger girl, so I was losing so much weight with it. Yeah. And I loved it. It just gave me this energy. It gave me like this numbing feeling that I didn't think or care about having any type of emotions from, everything I found out. So I was just running amok. And I started running amok with where my mom was from. And chilling with a lot of her homeboys.
What area is that?
Baldwin Park.
Baldwin Park, let's go.
Yeah,
okay.
Baldwin. And they were like uncles to me because, again, I grew up with them. So I had one uncle, and I will say, I know this is going to sound completely crazy, but in a way, he saved me by taking care of me while I was on drugs. So I was around him all the time. He would give me whatever I wanted. He was kind of like he ran girls and a lot of different things. So he would have me, because I look like the white girl, and go and pick up and do different things for him. And he would just be like, as long as you do this, I'll give you this, and you'll be protected. You won't have to worry about anything. So I always, I know people are like, well, your uncle did that, but I could imagine myself being in the streets, not knowing anyone, and then getting taken advantage of. Other things could have happened, and it actually worked out in a way until I was doing way too much and started tripping a lot more. Being up for days and weeks. Yeah, it was just a lot.
So you said your uncle had a motel spot that he was basically running, and you were the runner. When we talked on the phone, we talked a little bit about this. But yeah. I like you to get into that because I feel like it's very interesting. So he ran a motel?
Yeah, so if anybody knows that new Walmart in Baldwin Park, there was a hotel there called Queen's Lodge. And that spot was, every room either had a prostitute, some type of gangbangers, some type of, it was just a drug room. There was so many different styles in that whole hotel, and every Friday after work, I would jump on the bus from Pomona to Baum Park, and right off when you get off of the freeway, you walk a block up, and I was there for the weekend and sometimes even longer, just getting high and doing that whole party life. I mean, that hotel was so crazy. It was like a movie because, I mean, there'd be one night people driving by shooting it up, you know, obviously rivalries, and the next day we'd be partying and smoking, and then the next day we're in the stores jacking stuff to pay for the rooms. So it's just a really crazy lifestyle. And then I'd go back to Pomona and work some more for some money, and then go back and do the same thing again every weekend.
Yeah. I mean, when you did the methamphetamine, like what some people like, it puts them on different trips. You know, some people like to go steal car stereos, you know, for an example. Some people will rob liquor stores, you know, to get the next high. Some people are good dope dealers, unlike myself. You know, I was never a good dope dealer. You know, like what would you want to do when you got high? When you smoked that methamphetamine, were you hitting the pookie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I was snorting, or I was doing that, or rails.
Did you ever do turkey base? Turkey base it?
I don't know.
Squirt in your ass?
I've never even heard of that.
No?
No?
I used
Did you?
I used to always stick dope in the girls' asses that I was having
How
sex
do you
with.
know that one?
Because I used to get high with it, you know what I mean? But I wasn't sticking it in my ass. I would females.
Smell it afterwards.
I would put it in females' asses, and it would make them very, very horny. And I hope I said that word right. And I'm not trying to.
Smoking it does do
I'm
that
not trying
too.
to. I'm not trying to sound like a fucking weirdo, but this is just what it is. You
No,
know what I
it
mean?
is.
You know. I mean, what kind of trips would you go on?
Just get paranoid. I remember one time.
You go on the paranoid trip?
I would go on the paranoid trip. Damn. I remember one time, I'm like begging my uncles, like, cause they're like, okay, you gotta go get some sleep, cause you've been up for a week now. You gotta go get some sleep, and I'm like, please don't kill me. I'm thinking like they're gonna do something crazy to me because I was just so paranoid. I was so fucked up. Like,
Why were you always tripping for?
you just get paranoid.
Some people do get paranoid in that. Bad
And
paranoid.
the rooms were always getting raided, so I kept thinking, like, I would stare at the door for like hours, waiting for it to get busted in, like, just so stupid.
Any minute they're coming in.
Yeah. And you see, when
Any
you walk
minute.
somewhere, you kind of see the shadow, and like, oh, that's them.
Man.
They're like getting shit ready.
You were a fucking weirdo. You were the spooky one.
Yeah.
Boo! Dude.
Yeah, it was all bad.
The ones that would get paranoid with me, dude, I could not have them with me. I could not have them with me. And even when I get in my car and people would have dope on them, I'd be like, all you motherfuckers, give the dope to me. You know, give the dope to me. Because I'm going to either put it somewhere where I need to put it, or if I jump off the car, if the car's in my name and I leave the car, you know what I mean, I'm going to take it with me. Or, you know, I always had a plan, you know, and nothing's worse than if you get pulled over and you let these motherfuckers hold their dope. And what are they going to do? A lot of times they're going to stick it in your fucking car seat, bro. You know what I mean? And they pull them out and they're like, look what we got here, you know, fucking 8-ball. You know, yeah, and then who does it fall on, dog? It falls on the driver of the fucking car, dog. You know, so I always just like, that was my thing. Give me your motherfucking dope. I know you got some right there. And a female, I put my hand in the titty and check the bra. You know what I mean? Give a fuck. You know what I mean? Give me that shit. I'm gonna give it back to you. Don't trip, little paranoid one. You know what I mean? Cat, I see you over there. No, I'm just fucking with But yeah, I was like that. I was very. But I would go on all kinds of different trips myself. But you would go on the paranoid trip, man. And so why would you inflict that on you? Did it?
But that was after like being up for a week.
Okay, I got
That
you.
wasn't all the time. No, I mean most of the time I was just chilling and just up, and we'd be sitting there buying. I swear, I would make those pipes all the time with the little flower. Go to the
Yeah.
gas station, grab the little flower pipe, and we'd sit there with the torch and
blow those motherfuckers.
blow them and make them
Yeah.
and. Then I'd be sitting there sometimes waiting for, like with the girls, waiting for their next customer and just talking to them. And they have their crazy ass stories. So I was just always high, just living in like, a movie, like just tripping out on everybody's get down in each room.
Is
it's
it
different.
And let's get to each room, but I want to say this. Isn't it such a trip that when you're in this community, this meth community, it's really like an underground community. Like
Yeah.
you're not associating with the weed heads. You know what I mean? You're not fucking, I mean, you see some of the heroin addicts around, you know what I mean? Because they hit the fucking shit too, whatever. But it is your own underground community. And it's the people that are up all night, right? It's it's, you know what I mean? Like, you're not, it's crazy the way that works. You know, you're not fucking with the regular life. You're not fucking with the regular Joes. You know, you're just in your own community, and this is what it is. And it's so crazy because even right now as we speak, there's so many of those communities, those underground communities, all through the fucking city.
Yep.
You know, that we probably don't even see. We don't even know this girl exists right now. Why? Because she's smoking fucking meth, dog. And when we're asleep, she's up doing her thing, you know? And she's probably a beautiful thing fucking her fucking life up, you know?
And she only comes out at night.
And she only comes out at night, you know, or she doesn't, or she might be up in the daytime, but she's not coming outside, you know. And if she is coming outside, she's just maneuvering very methodical, you know, through the streets, you know, for whatever reason. She's got dope on her, or she's paranoid, or this, that, and the other.
Yeah, during the day, there's still like at night, the curtains are shut. It's like a whole day of night.
It feels so much better on meth in the nighttime than the daytime, because then you see and you're just like,
Well, that's why we cover everything. We would not let the sun in.
You're like a vampire,
stay high
bro.
for days,
You're gonna fucking melt. You see that sun and you're just like, fuck you,
you
bitch.
can't do it.
Yeah, and so this spot you had, there was prostitutes there.
Yeah.
In different rooms.
In different rooms, and they would just wait for their next customer. Of course, there's always the regulars, so they'd come and do whatever.
Could you pay in dope?
Yeah, some of them would.
Yeah.
Some of them would. It would have to get okayed usually.
Through the big dog?
And my uncles, they did something else than just that. So,
yeah.
So it was just different.
Do these rooms have themes?
Themes. It's a fucking motel room.
I'm not even gonna lie. Some of the girls would dress up the room because they would live in those rooms.
Good question, sir.
They would live in those rooms. There was even a girl that had like a little pot of flowers on the outside of her doors. Like and you walk in there and she had like a little light. It was, they do that for sure.
Well, they're making
they
it
did
like
there.
home. Yeah, well, no, that's cool.
Yeah,
man.
they made their life a home. Exactly.
I mean, if I walk into a motel room and I see flowers and all this shit nice and decorated, then I look at her and I'm like, that's a washed pussy right there. You know what I mean? Like, she's taking care of her thing and she's probably taking care of herself. And I don't mean to sound like a fucking serious dirtbag about this, but I'm just saying, like, it says something about somebody that's on fucking drugs and it's still like, hey, this is my home right here. Yeah, it's a motel room, but this is my fucking home right here. Yep. And everything is in order. Everything is clean. And, come through and let's see what's cracking, baby. What were some of these girls is like, and what kind of dudes are coming in? Is it homies or is it regular working dudes? I mean,
not too many homies. It was more like, like old, like the
old dudes.
Old dudes, and that I see. I mean, I didn't even really care to look. Honestly, I just was in my own world too. So I didn't really. You don't interview them or nothing.
Yeah, no, but you see who's coming in, and you can. I mean, while you're looking at
someone coming in, I'm like, okay, bye.
Hey, excuse me.
Can you please sign this form like you did to me right now? They didn't have to do that.
Let me ask you a couple questions, sir, before you go in there and fucking. It's such a crazy world we live in, and there's so much going on that we don't even fucking know, dude. It's right underneath our nose. We see some people sometimes, and you couldn't even imagine of what that motherfucker might be involved in at this day and time, Yeah. People are fucking, people do what they got to do and shit, What was there a price list, like, for females? Like, you want a blowjob, or you want to get jacked off with the feet? You know what I mean? Like, fools got different things, they're like.
Nothing about the pricing.
No pricing? Yeah.
I didn't know about the pricing. Okay. That was all my uncle that took care of all that, so.
What happens if someone didn't pay?
Oh, they knew what they were going into. I think they pay before they go in, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I've seen some people get fucked up for certain things, so I don't think anybody really even tried to push that.
There were some examples made.
Yes.
Yeah, there was examples made, and when you make an example, that word gets around through the community.
Yeah.
And then they blow the story up too, dog. You know what I mean? 10 times what had happened.
And it wasn't like it's just him, you know. He had all his homeboys there. They had the room. They're doing their thing too, you know. So it's not like you're just going for one guy and, you know, have to worry about him. Like, no, they knew what they were going into.
And the Chinos the Asians are the Indian people that own it, because it's usually one or the other, right? They're just like, they throw a blind eye, like, fuck it, shit, my rooms are all booked out, baby. You know what I mean? You know, so what if they're fucking got pots and plants and motherfucking, you know.
As long as he got paid. And he would take, the owner would take, we would go and steal, like, coffee things at Kmart and stuff and little stereo things, anything that we could pay with the room, he would take it all.
Yeah.
To pay the room that night, he would take all that stuff. A microwave, he didn't care. He would take it.
That fool was like a dope man, bro.
Yeah.
He was
That's
just
how they
slanging-
would pay.
He was just slinging rooms.
It was not always cash. Yeah. And people would pay by the day. So through the day was like the hustle of trying to make sure that we got paid the room the next day. But it wasn't just one room. Again, it was the whole half of the back hotel taken up.
It's a lot of microwaves.
Yeah.
Hey, I love those establishments because on 50th Street that I was raised in for some portion of my life, my pop still lives there to this day. There was a market called Fair Market on El Paso on 50, right? And all the dudes would hang out in this parking lot. And anyways, as I got older and then I started fucking doing drugs, we would fucking take the chino at Fair Market. We'd take him all kinds of shit, you know, and he'd fucking cash us out right then and there at the cash register. Bop, bop, bop. You know what I mean? Fucking drill, bro. What's up, dog? You know what I mean? You got some shit to fix around here. You know what I mean? We got you, dog. You know? And he's like, oh, yeah. And he was a fucking crazy ass fool, too. You don't fuck with this dude. We would be out there. We'd be out there fucking kicking at Fair Market in the parking lot. They had all these creatures, and there was dudes from Highland Park, and it was just an array of people, but they were all from that little area right there, 50 area. And sometimes fools would pull up and try to do a beer run, and you could do a beer run right there. You know what I mean? But this chino was made a little different. He's a dude that jumps over the counter with a 9mm and chases you to the car. That's who he was. And so that's why he had all of our respect. We didn't never fuck with that liquor store. We never.
Gun, not a samurai sword or something, no? I would expect it. I thought you were going to say that I would jump out with like, I would see that more.
Some kung fu shit.
Cat, you got jokes. Yeah, he was a fucking fool. Dude, check it out. He was with the extras. There was this dude one time that wasn't even in a car. He was on foot doing a beer run. And the chino chased him all sorry, brother. The chino chased him all the way down to Irvington and 50, which is like half a fucking mile, dude. Like, that's a different type of dude. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, like he was really trying to get his shit back, you know?
That's crazy.
It was a 12-pack of Natural Light, $5.99. You know what I mean? I need that back, you know? The dude was a fool. You don't fuck with that dude. You know what I mean? And we just let him go. We say, you see, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Good luck, stupid. You know what I mean? You know? But it's, hey, the life, baby, the neighborhoods and everything, you know, the motel spots. There were so many of them, just like probably the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
The Momos.
The Momos that are still making that money to this day. You go to Momo sometimes, and they you know, the ones that are $59.99 for a fucking night. You know what I mean?
For a half hour?
The ones, and there was one on the Colorado Boulevard that did the half hour thing. You know what I mean? That was a dope one. You know what I mean? You know, those are dope. You know, but I guess that's just a part of and they're cool with it, right? That's a part of just the life, the motel life.
Yeah. And then they shut it down. So.
They shut it down and they built that Walmart.
Yeah, they made that Walmart. Yeah. I think they have a Motel 6 across, probably same shit.
The one by the Jack in the Box? Across the street?
Or
across the freeway?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're in this motel and you're just you're having a good time. It's a big fucking party and you can't wait to get to every weekend. And sometimes, like you said, it would go over the weekend. You know, and I get that, man. That whole lifestyle is just stupid addicting. Like, and some people just don't fucking understand it. And it's okay. You don't need to, you know. But the ones that know, they know that lifestyle is crazy, and it's an adrenaline rush, and it's just fucking, you just can't wait to get there, get high, and get the shit cracking, and who knows what, you know what I mean, you're gonna get into or what you're gonna see. It's stupid exciting. It's an adrenaline rush. It's a drug by itself, even without the fucking drugs. You know, and how were you, like, while you were there, I mean, what was one of the moments that you remember that just really tripped you out? I'm sure there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, there was a bunch. There's one moment that my uncle is very clear with a lot of people that she only is allowed to smoke crystal. He was very, very yes,
okay,
very clear with a lot of people. And one guy, I was in the room, we're chilling, and this one of the girls, and he pulls out a needle, and he's like, "Have you tried this?" And I go, "No," and he's like, "You want to try it?" And I was so high, I was like, "Fuck it," you know.
Yeah.
So he's putting it together and lighting whatever, and the girl walks out and she's like, "I'm gonna go smoke outside." Well, she actually went to go get my uncle, and all we heard, like, he was literally already had me tied up and everything, and all you could hear is pounding on the door, and yeah, he was an example for sure. That after that, yeah, and he
pounded that dude's face in. That's an easy call.
Yeah, and he
Dude,
sent me home. He was like, "You're going home right now," and just
here's 75 cents. Get your ass on the bus and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
yeah, you're on timeout, cat. I'm like, okay.
And so,
Yeah, no, he was upset with me.
so back then, what kind of like? I mean, were you a big girl back then? Were you voluptuous? Were you just like, you know what I mean? What kind of?
When I was smoking, no, I lost so much weight. I was just super small after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, and you said that too. You know, what I mean, you said that too. That you liked it at first because it made you lose weight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it was getting to a point where nothing fit me. I just was wearing super baggy clothes everywhere, and I mean, I didn't dress like this or anything. I was just very super baggy everything, just because I was not even worried about what I looked like.
Well, let's look at the psychological thing about it. You know what I mean? So, were you self-conscious of your weight growing up?
All the time, yes.
All the time.
I had 3 skinny, bomb-looking sisters. So I was that sister that these guys that I liked would come up to me, and they would, you know, and I'm like getting all like nervous, and they'll be like, "What's up with your sister?" And I'm like, "Ah, damn it."
You know that bitch got the clap right now, right? I'd have been the dirty dog. You know how to spell gonorrhea, big dog?
Yeah, so I would always, that was just, that was me in high school and stuff. So I was always like, dang, you know. So when I started smoking, I was losing weight. I was starting to stand out because I was light skinned, colored eyes and stuff. So I was getting more attention. So I liked it even more.
You liked it. So it was a bigger incentive to just keep on doing that because you were being accepted in a world where, on the flip side, where you weren't being really accepted of who you felt you were and who you wanted to be.
Yes.
And this world was accepting you for that.
For sure.
And this drug was helping you
get there.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably a lot of girls, dude. It's really interesting. There's probably a lot of girls. I mean, they call it the Jenny Crank diet, right? You know what I mean? They make jokes about it, but really, like, but then you got the females that have been on it forever, you know, and they're fat as fuck. You know what I mean? They're fucking the system and they're immune to it, you know? But that's just like later down the line when you done lost your mind, your teeth, and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they get immune to it and they don't lose weight on it no more. But yeah, that's interesting. So you?
Yeah, I did come to a stall. I came to a stall eventually. I started losing my hair in the back of my head. My teeth started feeling like just not right. I started noticing a lot. So then I was like, okay, I need to chill. When you start seeing stuff like that, because now you're not looking like what you wanted to look like. You're starting to just let the drugs get the best of you. And you always think you can control the drug. You always think that, and you can't. You can't.
It's controlling you, huh?
It is controlling you, yeah.
And we do that to ourselves too. We just like, we make up excuses. Like, I got this shit. This ain't nothing. This fucking drug ain't got me by the nuts, or by the tits. The double D's. We have this, you know, everybody that does drugs, I mean, the people that are a little bit more aware would probably have these conversations within themselves, you know, where you're just constantly convincing yourself and you're making an excuse of why you continue to do this. It's okay, you know, I'm losing weight, or it's okay, I feel better. I mean, it always made me feel so good because, you know, I grew up in a world that, you know, I wasn't accepted either, you know, within my family. And when I ran to the streets where everybody accepted me because it was people that were probably feeling the same way as me, right? You know, and then we're doing these drugs, and then it makes us, just empowers us. It makes us feel like a super fucking hero, and we start feeling real important and doing important things in the hood, right? You know, that we feel like, shit, we doing our job. We important. When people see me, they know who the fuck I am, you know? And it feels good, and that's just back to that underground world that we live in. And now I live on the flip side of that world, just like yourself. Yeah. You know, where I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit. I don't even like fools around me that are on that shit.
No. Yeah, and sometimes I have my friends be like, I don't know what's wrong with my man right now, and I'm looking like, yeah, I do. You know what
you look at him over there, he's over there fucking jacking off.
He's on one.
Bro, he's jacking off in front of everybody. I know what's wrong with him. He's fucking tweaked out.
He's on one.
He's on one. How can you tell when someone's on one?
Their eyes are just crazy. Their mouth sometimes moving side to side. Just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Typewriter jaw, that's what I call that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're looking at you like they're having sex with you in their eyes. Just fucking eating you up. I had homies like that, you know what I mean? They'll just look at you and they'll just fucking, I'm like, bro, what the dude, look at yourself, dog. You know what I mean? You're eating this bitch up. And then they start, even bitches be high, excuse my language, females be high, and they'll be just like, I'm uncomfortable. That fool over there, fucking me to death, you know? And sometimes it's funny too to see that. But so what made you like start, how long were you doing that, and what made you, you know, pivot and start doing something else?
I finally went home after just being so bad in the streets. I think my uncle actually got locked up, and a lot of things changed after that. So went back home, and my mom was actually had cancer, and it came back. So she was in remission. It came back. I was starting to get sober again, and then it came back, and they told her she had 3 weeks to 3 months to live. So then she lived for almost another year, and I was doing good because I was, you know, trying to be good with her. I wasn't trying to be so close to her, though, because I knew I was going to lose her. So I know some people are like, you should be wanting to get even closer. But I just was like, I know that once I lose her, I'm probably going to my life's going to go back to what it was, which it did. So I, once she was gone, I got back into, you know, smoking again. And I wasn't running the streets or anything, but I was just not caring about me and myself at all. And I had a house and my sisters that I knew that I still had to start getting right for. I got pregnant. I lost the baby. And after that, I said, okay, I'm going to try to do right this time. And that's when I stopped and moved to Arizona to get sober. I had to get out of Cali. There was no way. So moved to Arizona and got sober while managing what I can out there. And then still throughout the years, you know, I would come back to Cali, mess around here and there, but I never got completely back into it the way I was, because I was really, really bad. So just continuing to still stay away from, you know, it doesn't matter if it's been 10 years, 20 years, 10 days, you still have that urge. Things happen in your life that sometimes you know that's going to help you take away any emotion. It's going to help you just not think about things. And sometimes I get so stressed out and I'm think about stuff, and then I always say, no, it's not worth it. So just trying to keep on going.
Well, first off, my condolences, your mom's,
Thank you.
the baby you lost. Did you ever have any, you said when you found out about your stepfather, well, your father that wasn't your real father, he was your stepfather, everything fucking came down on you like a fucking hailstorm, right? You started putting life together and understanding things on a whole different level. I mean, did you ever, is your stepfather still around?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever have a conversation? Did you ever, make amends or just say, hey, you know what? It's all good. Was that ever a conversation you ever had with your moms?
So I didn't really have that. My mom, when I asked her and she told me, I know she said a speech after, and I wouldn't. I was so out of it when she actually said yes. So with my dad, my dad who raised me, he sat down with me and he had a good conversation with me. And again, it was still too shocking for me. But we never brought it up again, me and him. My biological dad, actually, my mom had reached out to him before and told him she wants to meet you. And he was calling me, and then he was supposed to pick me up on one of my birthdays, and he never showed up. So I didn't ever try to reach out to him again. When I got sober, I started telling myself, you know what it's like, what drugs do to you. So I felt like that was kind of my connection with my biological dad. Like, that took over him where he couldn't be a dad. So I wanted to kind of be like, let me go over there and meet him and try to get to know him and maybe help him, Yeah. So I called my aunt. My mom already passed away and everything, came back from Arizona. And I asked my aunt and I said, hey, can you get a hold of him? And I'd like to. She was like, yeah, that I know of. He's locked up in prison. I'll check up and, maybe get his address or something. And then a week later, she called me and said, Mija, I'm sorry. He died in prison this week.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So it's been like one thing after another in my life. That's why I think people call me Crazy Cat from like back in the day, because it's a never ending movie story in my life that just something has always happened. And it just sucks because I just keep trying to do good in my life and something just ends up happening again that just kind of tries to bring me down, but I keep going. So
absolutely.
Yeah. But that was, another messed up thing that happened to me that I didn't even get to really like talk to him and have that conversation with him to understand, why he was never there. But I just have accepted. I know what drugs do, So I forgive it.
Do you know how your father passed away in prison?
They said cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis of the liver. Mm-hmm. Got you.
Yeah. So he did a lot of things too, obviously.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick.
Oh, sorry.
That's my boy right there.
You don't have to cry on this one.
Shit, Rick just scored himself some points. One for Rick.
Thank you.
That's a gentleman right there. We need more of them in this world, huh?
The guys on your audience is probably like, we would rather see the transgender. Watch a girl cry right now.
Well, check it out. Break the news to him and pull out your dick.
Got everybody.
Got him! Motherfuckers!
Viewers will just drop to zero.
They'll just start punching the air. They'll fucking let go they'll let go of their dick and start punching the air. Fucking assholes.
That would have been a good way to get them.
Dude, I gotta watch out for my mental health right here. I don't need this shit. These dudes are fucking savages, dude. And
I know some of the comments, I'm like, well, let me put my head back down because I don't want to read them no more.
No, and I always advise
it's
people,
okay.
So a lot of time people are like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I'm like, bro, there are a girl, they ain't talking about you. They have their own conversations in there, They have their own conversation. They talking shit, and it's just and they know each other from different live chats. What's up, fucking? What's up, shorty? What's up, so and so? This, that, blah blah. Yeah, they know each other. You know what I mean? And so they have their own conversations while we're having a conversation right here. Or sometimes they just talk shit, and it's fun to talk shit online because I do it too.
Yeah.
Like, I will troll some shit sometimes, you know, and I've gotten some famous people's attention on some shit that I said. They read it and I was like, it fucking, you know, it's good if you got them commenting back, you know.
Well, I came in talking shit.
You did. And I was like, she is perfect for this place. Welcome to Hoodstocks. Yeah, and it's good. I mean, the females, or a lot of the homegirls that I always had, they were just like, they enjoyed hearing me talk shit, or they talk shit with me. It was one or the other, you know? And you got to love the homegirls when they can fucking just run it with the fellas, you know what I mean? Or sometimes you got to run it with the homegirls because she's just off the motherfucking hook, you know? But yeah, you came in hot, girl. You came in hot, you know? and I respect that and I appreciate that, you know? What other way would you think of someone coming in, of a beautiful female that drives a fucking Harley Road King, right?
Yeah.
You know, shit, you know? I wasn't expecting nothing else but this shit.
Well, everybody always sees like, oh, this white girl, and she's probably, you know, just whatever. And that's how I always think in my head. So I'm like, try to show that I have different personalities. Good ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And you always say that, you were saying previous before that we got into this little convo, that you always feel like just shit is happening. Do you feel like you have a black cloud over your head?
Yeah. A lot of people say the devil kind of attacks the
the vulnerable people.
Yeah, that, and like the most protected, he's trying to get to you, and I feel like he already had me when I was so low, so he didn't want to let me go, and I still feel like he's still like a toxic ex, you know, trying to bring you back and trying to get you back. So I feel like the devil's like constantly still trying to mess with me, to get me back to that world, because that tweaker life, that's like a demonic world, honestly. Is
it still around you at all?
Not me, no, not
okay. No. So you should have that energy out of your life then. But I get what you're saying. I still get what you're saying. Like I can see myself being the devil knocking at my door if I had individuals like that in my life where I was somewhat connected to, you know, which I don't at all, you know. I don't, no how, no way. Dude, if you want fucking tweak, or you tweaking out, like, you guys get the fuck away from me, you know, because I loved that drug at one point in my life, and it made everything go away, and it made me feel numb just like you know. It made all the pain go away, and it made me feel important, and it made me feel like I should feel, you know,
you're
powerful. Invincible, yeah.
You were.
and I jumped walls so much better on meth than being sober. I'm just saying, like, it really it turned me into just a fucking you know, a
super athlete.
I felt like I was a super athlete on that shit, dog. I mean, you come to my spot when I'm on meth, and I'm doing push-ups, you know what I mean? Like, I was that dude, you know? I just, you know, I don't know. I was still trying to bust out the fucking prison fucking rutina, you know what I mean? All fucking tweaked out and shit, you know? And then you get skinny and you're like, damn, I'm cut the fuck up, dog. You know what I mean? You know, your body's cut up and then you see your cheekbones there, motherfucking like, you know what I mean? And fucking, I don't know. The eyes say everything. You can tell when you could look at a motherfucker's eyes, you'd be like, fool, you on something.
Yeah, keep your glasses on.
Yeah, glasses, man. Glasses, man. They be hiding motherfuckers out sometimes. So so Arizona. Who do you have in Arizona?
It was a cousin of mine. Her name is Lorena. So yeah, she helped me a lot. She really, really helped me.
She took you in at a bad time in your life.
Yep. She did. So she took care of me, and then I was out there for a year. So I did good, and I was working out and doing things the right way, with losing weight and stuff. You know? Because I knew I was going to gain it all. And right away, right when you stop, same thing. When you stop working out, it's the same thing. So I tried to keep myself positively busy out there in another way. And it was easier because Arizona's slow-mo compared to LA. You know, I know a lot of people are moving out there now, but back then there was nothing. Like one bar every 100 miles. It was just, there was no way you could even have a real good time. And it was, you'd rather do good and figure something out than try to even party out there. There was nothing.
I mean, it sounds right. It sounds applicable in regards to trying to get sober, right? Put someone in the middle of fucking nowhere with not too much access to, you know, bars, clubs, people, hoods, this, that. You know, I mean, it makes sense, you know. But it takes, there's probably a lot of people that get put in those situations and they end up fucking AWOL in that shit. They're like, fuck this shit, I need to get back to the city. But it takes a strong-willed person that someone really wants to change to say, you know what, I'm going to stay put and I'm going to make some changes in my life. And you did that, girl. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that, because it's hard. It's hard. And you got to, give her a round of applause, everybody. Absolutely, man. She deserved that shit, you know. You deserve that shit. You saved your motherfucking life. You looked out for number one, and that's you, girl. And sometimes you got to do that. You got to look out. Check it out. When you're on an airplane, I've said this before, but the airplane instructs you before you fucking, if something's going bad in an airplane and the fucking, those breathing masks pop down, they said, parents, you take it first. You take it first. Because if you give it to your kid first, I mean, how are you going to like potentially... You know, you're in a plane, you know what I mean? How you gonna save your kid? How you gonna save something? You gotta, you know, and so you, and so I'm just using it in the sense of you were willing to save yourself when nobody else was willing to do that. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Besides your cousin, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And shout out to her. How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's I sent her. I'm gonna be 40 this year.
Woo! Damn, girl. Shit. Say bye to the dirty 30s and the horny 40s.
So I just sent her my invite. So she's like, I'll be there. Yeah.
Congratulations, man. 40, man. That's a big age right there. That's a great age. I mean, I'm in my 40s, and it's been very good years for me because I didn't start reevaluating and making changes till like 37, you know? Yeah, that's my dumb ass. You're like, you a real fuck up. But there's still dudes that ain't done that shit, you know what I mean? So they look at me like, damn, bro, you did that shit when you were young, dog. I'm 53 years old, dog, you know what I mean? And just, it's unfortunate, but.
Well, some of my family kind of still looks at me like I'm a little fuck up because, like, you're 35 joining a motorcycle club and getting a bike and hanging around all these, you know, different clubs and 1%ers and stuff. They're like, what are you doing, you know? So,
yeah, like you're going backwards or something?
Like I'm going backwards, but I'm like, man, I've come so far. I don't even see it like that. But, I mean, everybody has, you know, their opinion or their perspective of it. Like you just said, you know, I say myself, but like sometimes I think like I don't even care about myself. Like I get a lot of people who say they're inspired by certain things that I've done as a businesswoman and the way I've changed my life. This is like really probably my first time opening up. It is my first time really opening up about a lot of this stuff. I'm sure none of my friends here even knew any of this. And a lot of people probably watching this as well that are my friends didn't know this. So sometimes your story will help someone else. And that's what I always feel like I'm still here for, to be able to help and inspire other people. I feel like I'm kind of like the bottom of my list of myself. I'm more like here for others.
Why would you? And that's cool to be there for others, but I mean, why would you still feel like you're still down on something? Something is still affecting you. You haven't been able to release certain things that make you still feel this way. I mean, if you can step outside of yourself and evaluate yourself, I mean, what would be your take on yourself?
I'm a great businesswoman. I have a big heart.
But in regards to just like putting people before yourself, I mean, I know people are like that, and it's not a bad thing, you know. But you're saying is it a bad? The way you said it, I took it like it was a bad thing. Like you're putting yourself in the bottom list and you're putting everyone else first. I mean, is that facts or is that?
Well, that's how I've always been. Like that's what keeps me going.
Okay.
That's what keeps me.
It makes you feel good doing that.
It makes me feel good.
Okay, there we go.
That's what gives me like I feel like I want to keep going. Like seeing people say that or tell me those positive things, because sometimes, again, family and stuff, they don't say the most positive things. So when you hear total strangers telling you that you're helping them change their life or something you said was inspirational, you know, it makes you feel like that high. It gives you that high, honestly. So that's just me, you know.
Sometimes family is just like really not on your side.
Yeah.
Like they want to tell you, they want to point out all the bad things you're doing before they point out the good things, right? And sometimes you can take that as like, all right, some type of constructive criticism they worry about. But then you look at the person, you think about what's going on in their life, and it's like, maybe you shouldn't be giving me advice. You should be taking some of your advice. But regardless of it, I mean, sometimes a total stranger will be the first ones to give you your flowers before a fucking family member. Why is that like that? Is that real across the board?
Yeah.
Or is that just in my
super
family
real.
and your family, and maybe that's just real?
That's real. Yeah.
That's across the board, huh?
Yeah.
Rick, you've always taken care of your family, though, bro.
Try. It ain't easy. For sure, it ain't easy, but we gotta do what we gotta do at times.
Was when you were doing your thing, you know what I mean? Was it this dude legend from my hood, straight up, you know what I mean? Shit, this dude's got a crazy ass fucking history. When you were doing your thing and shit, bro, and the way you looked out for everybody, it was never, you knew you had to take care of yourself first, right? Because of just the way you were brought up. Is that safe to say?
Well, I mean, if you ain't looking out for yourself, how are you gonna be able to help the people that you're trying to help?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you ain't doing for you, it's gonna be hard to help somebody else. But we always, like a lot of people have kind hearts, man, and they go and they think about everybody. But at the same time, we gotta think about ourselves, because if we're not thinking about us, how are we gonna be able to help the people that we care about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're not gonna finish the race, right?
Well, I mean, if you ain't got nothing to help nobody out with, you ain't gonna be able to. If you can't help yourself, you ain't gonna be able to help nobody else out.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know
bro.
what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah.
So it's just like that,
But so you got a kind heart, bro. You got a kind heart that you ever looked out for everyone else around you, but at the end of the day, you knew you had to take care of yourself first in order to be able to put that forward. And when you were able to do that, you had no problem doing that at all,
Well, I mean, it's like that, I mean, you're not always going to get the same love back from everybody or something like that. And sometimes you're going to get love from people you never expected.
Yeah.
It's going to come from somewhere else. You're going to be like, damn, I didn't even fuck with this dude like that or this girl like that. And they're showing me love. And I've been trying to show love over this way. And they ain't even tripping. Like, they're not even giving me that kind of shit back, So sometimes it's a lot of places you, like, look, today I got a flat. on the way over here in the freeway, right? I pulled off the freeway. I jumped out. I'm like, damn, I got a flat. Ain't got no spare. Like, what the fuck? Pulled into I was on the side of the road. Some dude came out. He's like, hey, everybody's scared to come over here because you're tatted up. But you need some help? I'm like, hell yeah, I need some help. Like, what's up? So they changed my shit. They changed flat tire, all that shit for free. I'm like, you guys don't want no money? They're like, nah, we're good, man. Sometimes you got to help people out. And that was some cool shit. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Real shit.
I'm telling you, baby. I love that. I did that one time when I had taken a CPR class for my union. I had just taken the CPR class, and I felt like God was testing me, right? You believe in God?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I felt like God was testing me because I'd taken the CPR class a week before that, where you give mouth to mouth on a mannequin, you do the fucking pumps and all that shit. And there was this girl on the side of the freeway waving at me. Hey, somebody help me, somebody help me. And there's a chick laying on the fucking floor on the side of the freeway. And I'm like, God, I got somewhere to be right now, bro. What the fuck? And then I had somewhere to be, right? And I was just like, fuck, and I cut across all this shit. My truck and shit, jumped off, ready to perform some CPR.
Oh, you're
right?
trying to Mac.
Huh?
You were trying to Mac.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't trying to kiss on no dead chick, homie, or do none of that necrophiliac shit, homie. And I got lucky, though, because a fireman was like, off the exit. I don't know where the fuck this dude came from, but he came running from the fucking off ramp, and he goes, "I got this. Everybody stand back," because there was legit people that like myself that pulled up and they were like, "How can we help?" Mm-hmm. And I happened to be the only one CPR certified at the time, I think, because I was ready to go into action, because I felt like God was testing me. But luckily, this firefighter came, and he had more skills than I did. Like, he's a firefighter. Shout out to the firefighters, man. This motherfucker's a bad motherfucker, straight up. And he came, and he did all the right things, you know, put her on her side, you know, check the pulse. I was just gonna go in for the Mac, you know what I mean? I see a girl laying down there, I was going in, dog. Like, but this dude knew the steps, you know, he knew the step. Put him on the side, bop, 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 this, that, bop, 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 make sure there's nothing large in the throat. Like, this dude was legit. He's a firefighter, right? And thank God he came through because he was a lot more qualified than I was, right? And I was able to go on my way. But anyways, yeah, you gotta do good things for people and shit. So back to you, Kat. Sorry about this. We're just having a casual conversation.
I got a flat too yesterday. For real.
And tell them what you did.
And you know what's funny is I was on my way to do a photo shoot with a photographer, and I told him like 10 minutes away, but I just got a flat. So he's like, I'll be back down there to pick you up. I'm like, okay. He picked me up. I went and did the photo shoot in the little area, hiking trail or whatever. Brought me back down. He goes, do you know if you have T-Mobile, you get free AAA for a year? Yep. What? I posted that today. You know how many people got that on their plans? Everybody's checking their phone right now. Yeah. And I went, I checked, and I did. And I called AAA because I didn't have it. And they picked up my car in the morning. So if you have T-Mobile, you better get your free AAA for the year.
What?
Yeah, so I was all like, well, this sucks. But then I'm like, man, if I break down 4 times this year, I'm covered. So kind of worked out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Sometimes a lot of stuff happens and, you know, blessing
you don't know why.
disguise.
Yeah, you don't know why. It's like, and it's little small things like that, but it's like, man, it's actually going to help me a lot throughout the year.
Yeah.
Or someone else, if one of the friends call and say, hey, I need something. You know.
Nobody knew that for sure. We didn't, at least I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either until he told me.
For 2 years already.
Yeah, check it. Yeah, you get it for a year. So as soon as you call, and they'll activate it, and then you get 1 year.
Oh, that's nice.
Shit, yeah. Boost Mobile gives you $20 a EBT a year, bro.
Shout out to Boost Mobile.
Shout out to Boost Mobile, baby. What is the other one next to Boost, bro? Cricket.
Okay, so you went from wine to...
You don't drink.
I don't, but what is that?
Oh, this is a Michi, and this is our sponsor, one of our sponsors right here. This is a cup. I got some beer in it.
Okay.
Shout out to Marijuana. Yeah. It's a CBD infused michelada cup. Yeah, it's dope. But yeah, I went to that. I originally was gonna have this, and then I seen our security guard getting drunk again. You know what I mean? You know.
He's security. Wait, I couldn't. What happened?
He took his vest off.
When we started talking about Pornhub.
Look at he's got a strap on his thigh.
He got hot when we started talking about Pornhub.
Yeah. Started talking about those pop-ups. He took a shit. Look at you are sweating, bro.
It is hot in here.
Bro, it's not hot in here. I think you might be a little hot about it.
Bro, he made me text George. He's like, hey, tell him to turn it on.
I'm like, it's freaking freezing. I couldn't.
Don't touch your breast again like that, girl. That's the reason why he took his vest off. Boy is riled up. He's got an undercover chubby right now. He's like, don't you do it. They're looking at me right now. You know when you're talking to your dick and you're saying, don't do it, dog. Come on, bro. I got sweats on. I'm in the supermarket, bro. You know, sometimes we talk to our fucking genitals. It's genitals. No,
genitalia.
Genitalia, thank you. You know, you got to be like, dog, not right now.
We talk too.
Do you talk to your cat?
Like, you're not going to do it tonight. You're going to be good at this.
And that motherfucking shit's like,
when you hear it purrs, you know that's the one.
Oh, my God. Oh, bad kitty. Oh, shit, man.
While I'm looking at the cats up there.
Oh, look at that. We got some kitty cats right here. That's me right there. My underwear off. See that? They thought it was an elephant. It's not an elephant. It's my midsection. Everybody. Got tusks down there. You're cool. You're fun. You're chill. So you don't drink beer. And how's it like being a part of these fucking wild animals? Shout out to my boys from the Highland Park Mongols. I love you, motherfuckers. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my boys right there. They come through for me anytime. We are family, and I love them dudes right there. We do a lot of shit together.
I super respect the Highland Park.
Yeah, those are my boys right there. They're actually family, related to family, hood family, which is family, right? But anyways, when you're around these wild animals, because I party with them, and I'm like, these motherfuckers, shit, I ain't going home tonight, we have too much fun, and it's always a great environment with them. But when you're partying with these guys, these wild animals, what is, like, you don't drink, like, what the fuck,
No, so I'm going to be sober from alcohol on Tuesday for 1 year. It's been 1 year.
Okay.
So
why did you do that?
I got in trouble.
You got a DUI?
No, I got in trouble with my club. Just a lot of different things because when I drink, I drink.
Getting drunk, whipping your tits out?
A lot.
Blackout? You doing the blackout?
Yeah, I do the blackouts.
Oh, that's
So I was doing a lot of drinking with all of, the clubs and just, I was partying. But then I got into trouble and then was like, I'm going to focus on my business. And one of the guys he's a business owner was like, Kat, if you really want to get your business going, you need to chill. You already did it for years. I've been around the MC world and partying and going to everything and, drinking and whatever. And I need to chill. So that was part of it. Yeah.
You had to correct yourself.
I had to correct myself, especially when you're trying to be taken serious as a businesswoman.
Yeah, and then you're around these clubs, right? And this world, right? The biker world, which is fucking huge in the city, right? Man, I love when I see them fools flying down the freeway. I mean, that shit is hard. I'm like, damn, I need to get one. You know what I mean? I love it, and I can see why it is so therapeutic for yourself, right? You said it was therapeutic for yourself, and I'm sure it is for all those guys too, just being that fucking open freeway, just fucking thumping down the motherfucking road, that shit's got to feel amazing, But I get it that you probably had to correct yourself because it's still a small world. And if you're blacking out and you cats acting a fool and you want longevity with respect.
With respect, exactly.
With respect in this game, then the alcohol makes me act a fucking fool, and so you were woman enough to not only correct that. Congratulations on a year sober. Not only change that, but still be in the circle.
Yes.
Still be in the circle and still be able to maintain, because everybody, come on, it's got to be like 98% people in that style, that lifestyle. They drink and they have fun, right?
They have fun for sure. It's a party scene for sure. But sometimes you get to a point sometimes where you're just like, I already did all this, Yeah. So now it's like you start thinking about your future. I'm gonna be 40.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I need to have a future, and partying because it's only going to take you so far. So it was good though, because everybody's like, did you feel like you wasted your life? No, because I got to network, I got to meet people, I got to talk to them, we got to get drunk together, we got to enjoy conversations and learn about each other through alcohol. So. And
sometimes you really get to know somebody over some alcohol because it loosens them up and
they open
talk
up more
freely.
For sure. Yeah, be at the bar and have a drink, and you totally get to meet other people on another level when you drink it.
So you've been, so you started your brand. I mean, what made you start the brand? I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit. You've seen a lot of females. I mean, where is it now? Let me ask you a different question, 'cause I think you talked about that. But where is it now? Is it lucrative? I mean, are you seeing the residuals coming in? Is it still a tough business? Are you working harder than what's coming in? Like, how is it going for you right now?
I am working harder than what's coming in because I'm kind of like a one-person show. So I'm doing everything, and when I'm having people tell me, come to my event, come host this, come be on a podcast, I'm not sitting at home focusing on, sales and getting it going. I have a storefront. So I'm not there.
Oh, you do have a storefront?
I do have a storefront in City of Industry next door to Paradise strip club.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at him. He's like, here's another one. Look at, let me take a picture.
That sounds like that old
He's like,
motel
Paradise?
setup.
Let me get that picture.
Yeah.
The Paradise Lounge.
City of Industry, Paradise. Look that up, everybody. You know, and go stop next door and holler at Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, do you work next door? They probably see you. You're like, do you work next door? You know all the girls that work right there?
Well, I guess where my spot is, it used to be like a underground masseuse.
I love those spots.
So when I first opened up and I had my workout, cleaning and everything, the guys were walking. You're open again? I'm like,
You're like, yeah. You got a hot towel.
no, that was before. Yeah.
I said I love those spots, but I hear about those spots so much that I love
Fire.
them.
Tell us the story.
But I've
tell us the story.
gotten them before, and then I was just like, because you always hear about the spots that give the happy endings and shit.
Yeah.
And like, so I've been to a couple of them, and then they get real up into your crotch area. This little Asian chick was all up in my crotch area, and she was like massaging like right by my balls and shit, and she was just like, and I was like, oh shit, is this gonna happen right now? And then I'm looking at her, I'm like, I don't think I want this shit to happen though. 'Cause she's looking like kind of crazy, you know what I mean? She looking like Mr. Miyagi and shit, dog, but she a chick, But anyways, it's just, I guess it's just a stereotype the massage parlors have,
Yeah. I've had actually a massage guy do the same thing, and he's like super close to a lot of stuff. And my girl's a massage girl, and I go, was he supposed to be doing this like around here and stuff? She's like, no, Cat. I'm like, okay. Didn't go back.
Well, shit.
Fuck,
Don't come to my massage parlor then, girl. This is just for me right now, girl. Don't worry. We're gonna get to the next position. I was on. There's a TikTok. I was looking at it, and it always pops up on my feed and shit when I look at that TikTok. And it's a black dude that massages females. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it.
I've seen it.
It's a black dude that massages females, and these females are like they're badass looking broads, G-strings.
I have seen that.
Yeah,
yes.
and this dude,
and he's all up oiling.
This dude got her
Yeah.
like this, and he's just like, and I said, God, is this real? I mean, are they shooting that shit?
I saw that, yeah.
No, he goes further than that on Twitter.
Oh, does he?
Twitter?
He's fingering them, fucking them. He's like,
Yeah, the OnlyFans?
he has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I figures.
Makes sense.
Oh, and so it's a real thing that these girls pay for.
I believe so. Yeah.
Damn,
I think some of
ladies.
them kind of knows it.
Look at her right there. She's all crossing her legs, getting all weird right now. Shit, juices are starting to flow. Tattoos are starting to drip off her legs. Those are nice tats, girl. I like that. That shit looks hard, man. That looks stupid hard. I love it. I like the artwork. I love tattoo on a female. Let's take some phone calls. So you guys want to take some? Let's do some phone calls. Let's see if anybody calls in. Let's take a quick break, Casey, and we'll come back with some phone calls.
I've been a bad man, yeah, the devil's prayed to me, and I help him go and get his way. You kept your word, boy, yeah, the devil said to me, and I can't wait to meet you one day. Yeah, I can't wait to meet you one day. Hey, hey.
Emotions out of focus. I'm crawling at my lowest. Hit the streets like a high-speed pursuit. I'm wild when I move. Burn it to your head, about to tighten up the noose. Bunch of clown faces blowing clouds of the booth. Woof, woof. Hooters at the door, now they trying to run up in. I am not a guppy shark, stash everything. Dope in the pussy like a B of A deposit. Baby girl robotic, she gang bang ebonics. Hang with the rules or you gotta pull your weight. Told the biggest tool, keep one in the chain. This is not a date. Dance with the Mex, get your face in the cake.
Yeah, the devil's praying to me and
Hey, Lucky.
Yo, what up, doggy? We back. You live right here. What up, my G? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Lucky? I just want to say shout out from the Bay Area, Fremont.
Yeah, baby.
And shout out to KRAZY Cat. Keep doing what you're doing. And, yeah, so I love your show, man, and keep it up.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, what did you think about that transgender that we were going to have? You glad we had KRAZY Cat instead or what?
I wanted the training, man. Nah, I'm just saying. I'm fucking with you.
Nah, it's okay,
KRAZY
bro.
Cat's cool. Yeah, I don't do the training.
That's good, dog. And I respect the Goonies, dog, and the people that support this channel. So, I think I made the right decision. We made the right decision altogether, right?
Yep.
Hopefully.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right.
Next phone call. You're on Hoodstock. Talk to us. Turn the volume down on the background. You hung up.
You couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe he was on.
Yeah.
He said, fuck you, Lucky.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
What's up? Just want to say fuck you, Lucky.
I love you too, baby.
I'm calling out Oceanside, just want to show some love and shit, but man, it's crazy. That story, dog. It's just fucking shit, man. It's crazy.
You say that again, bro? You were drowned in on the phone. The line was kind of cutting off. Say that again. It was crazy. What?
It's crazy, just a story and shit. I mean, there's people out there, that are still struggling with that fucking habit and shit.
Whew.
But it's just crazy, dog. Just want to give you props, for what you're doing with the community, the Goonies and everything,
Thank
Mad
you,
props.
Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Oceanside,
Yeah,
SD in the casa, baby. Thank you, bro.
That's right. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Yo, what's good, Lux? It's right here out of the southeast side of the Los. Just want to, salute you for, keep shooting out them, those good podcasts, bro.
You like this one right here? This is a good podcast?
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, I mean, just like the others, it's always something different, whether it's from the males or the females, But we all got similar stories, But some of them have, a solid impact, and then some of them have, a little bit more. But you're always shooting, that good material.
We need more females in the podcast, don't we?
Yeah. Just like them. They tough tougher than some of these fools out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been
but
tough, bro.
yeah.
I mean, they're the
keep pushing it.
women are the backbone of the streets, bro.
Oh, the streets, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, because sometimes us as males, when we come up weak, where do we go? We gotta shoot off the block and go back home. To fucking re up on our mind and get our shit straight. And that's like our motivation and shit.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Shout out to all the women on the streets, and the ones that are getting out of the streets, and it's just all the above, Hey, women make this world go round, baby. That's just
exactly
the bottom line.
Yeah.
If we didn't have, if there was no women, there would be no motivation for the straight gender, right?
Right. Exactly that.
And so I had to throw that out there because there might be other people that are listening and be like, no, I just want a bunch of dudes.
Narrow-minded. Yeah, the narrow-minded motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But,
like
salute, keep pushing that 100 shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Thank you, dog. Appreciate you, bro.
Ashton Kutcher, bro. Ashton Kutcher, East Los.
Yes, sir.
Did you say Ashton Kutcher?
That's what it sounded He sounded like... Hold on. Let me turn this off. He said something about his ass in Southeast Los or something. Ashton Kutcher. It sounded like he said Ashton Kutcher. I don't think he said that, bro. It was just, he said it quick and it sounded funky, but shout out to that dude.
That fool's got fucking only a couple minutes. He had to talk fast.
Hey, you're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Yo, what's up, Lucky?
What up, baby?
Hey, I just want to say, first and foremost, congratulations, bro, becoming a journeyman. I seen on your Instagram that you passed your test.
Passed it, bro. It took me 3 times to do that shit, dog.
Hell yeah. I'm a big fan of Hoodstocks, and
I was just wondering when you guys gonna have another spread, bro.
We need to do that back, huh? We need to run that back. Maybe we'll invite Cat.
I seen Young Bees
Cat.
and I seen the other. I forgot the other food I did. Holly Years in the Fed. But yeah,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
I always
yeah.
watch that shit.
That's
You guys fucking pull out the crackers and fucking mix it up and fucking talk shit. You know what I mean?
This
When
shit
you guys
is
gonna do that again?
this shit is fun, bro. But just the aftermath of eating all that shit is just not fun, bro. Fucking eating that spread, bro. After you've been in the real world, bro, that shit don't fucking like do you right, bro. It just blocks up your system, dog. You know what I mean? Especially if you in your 40s, you know. It just don't flow right, you know. It's just like, and then when you finally, I'm not gonna get into details, but
Make a gourmet one.
we need to do one though. I was
All right,
thinking it. Hey, my G, I love you. Thank you. What do you got to say to Kat on the way out?
Shout out to her. You know, make it home safe and you know, thank you for blessing the platform for all of us.
We got some gentlemen around this bitch. Love you, my G. Thank you.
Right?
Wow.
I'm all nervous. I'm like,
I know.
Good night.
Thought he was gonna hit it with the.
Nah, you know what? These dudes, man. You know what? I love these dudes because they call up and they tell it how it is. It's either love or it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I've got everything right here, so I'm prepared for any type of phone call. And I listen to them. If they gotta talk shit, sometimes they go, "Hey, Lucky, I gotta tell you something," and you're probably gonna hang up on me, but you know, and not let me finish. I don't hang up
You're
on
like,
them.
let me turn the volume up.
Yeah, I turn that shit up, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, I hear the dude all the way out. I've heard dudes be like, "Lucky, you ain't nothing but a little bitch. If I was right there, or this or that, or blah blah blah," and I'll let him finish. And I'll be like, "Well, first of all, big dog, if you were in front of me right now, you know what I mean?"
I'm gonna call in next week.
You're gonna be
I'll
like,
call in
"Hey,
next week.
hey, this is a transgender that you let on the podcast." I'll be like, "Cat, I know that's you." It's interesting when you have a transgender and you're talking to a transgender on the phone. How many times have I talked to a transgender on the phone? One fucking time, you motherfuckers. Well, one that was transitioning from that to that, right? The avatar thing. But it's funny because they really trying to correct their voice, and you can hear them trying to correct. Let's get this phone call. But it just that's the first thing that catches my mind. They're trying to sound like a female.
I think they hung up.
Yeah, they're trying to sound like a female. Hello, yeah. You know what I mean? Does that sound like a chick? No,
Is that
it doesn't.
yours? Is that your voice?
That's my
Your
transgender voice.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Hi, Casey. I just got a new set of tits. I still got my dick.
Casey said, "I remember that voice."
Well, that's great. You'll be coming on Hoodstocks on Sunday.
And that's why he is not in charge of booking guests. That's all he's got to hear. Cat, that's all he's got to hear.
I think that's all our voices when a guy calls us a good one, huh? Our voice changes to more girly, for
Yeah?
sure,
I mean,
right, ladies?
How are you with relationships?
Oh, God. We didn't discuss talking.
Are you fucking toxic? How toxic are you?
Do you drive a Nissan Altima?
No, I don't drive a Nissan.
Can you fill up your Harley gas tank with your toxicity?
Well, I'm single and 40, so there's some shit there.
The single and 40 heiners are crazy. They're amazing at sex. Let me say this. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's like, hell no.
And
Hey,
then I'm the little unicorn with no kids, so 40, no kids, and single.
you're on Hoodstocks. Talk to this 40 single MILF. No, not a MILF. She's not a MILF. She doesn't got no
Not a
kids. Yeah, you're not.
What's up, Lucky?
What up, baby?
Hey man, look, I got a question to you. I don't even know if it's a question, but I'm gonna ask it. Fuck it, cause like, I was talking to my pops this whole recently about this whole transsexual and all this bullshit going on, right? And my question is like, he just fucking threw me off with this shit. He's like, how come the gay fools act hella gay, you know what I'm saying? Like they just like, oh my god,
Extras.
they all up on you and shit, right?
Extras.
Yeah, you don't see a female or a regular, I guess, gay person doing that shit. But why is it that the guys always tend to go to the extra mile where it's like, oh here, let me touch you type of shit? Like, why do you think that shit is?
I don't know. Is there any gay men in here that can speak on that? KRAZY? Nobody? No?
I would think this is a question for Casey.
Santiago?
Casey.
That's a question for Casey.
I unfortunately can't answer that.
Blow up doll in the
question,
corner
sir.
with the legs sticking up. Pull that blow up doll out real quick.
Bring him over here.
Hold on, dog. I got the perfect person to answer you this question right now, bro. Take it over there. Give it to the fool, side by side.
Is that a guy? That's a guy?
It's Casey.
Oh, it's Casey.
Because it has this face.
Oh, shit.
Ask the question again, bro.
No, I was asking, like, how is it that, like, when gay guys want to act hella gay, like, they just be all up on your shit, bro. Like, they like, oh, do, you know?
Well, first of all, bro, where are you at that gay guys are all up on your shit, dog?
No, I'm saying, like, they're fucking lucky, I swear.
No, I get it, bro. I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to do you like that, bro, live on a phone call. Even though you opened the door for me to do that, dog. But
like, you know,
they're very flamboyant and they're extras.
Like, this will just be doing the most, right? And you're just like, oh, okay, cool. But like when you find a regular gay pit, like how is it that like the gay fool is like hella gay, but then when you like talk to a regular pit, like I don't know, man. I just feel like they'd be doing the most with that.
Let's look at it like this, and I hate to use this analogy, but let's look at it. There's some gangsters, bro, that act very casual, bro, and then you got some dudes that are acting like a super cholo, bro. So I guess it's just the dynamics across. You know, I mean, people have different personalities, and some people want to highlight who the fuck they are and what they're about, you know, and so that can potentially make them loud, and in this case, it will make them very flamboyant, right? So I get it, bro. It's just different strokes, different folks, different personalities. Like, look at me, dog. You know what I mean? I'm not flamboyant, but I'll be over the top sometimes on some shit. But this is just my personality across the board, dog. This is who I am, bro. In prison, behind closed doors, you know. This is my personality, you know. Now, yeah, it's just what it is. That's all I gotta say, dog. See you later, man. Get out of here. Next phone call.
I forgot a sus question.
My bad.
Member for 10 months. Hey, Oscar, baby, I love you. Damn, that doll. Look at that homie just put that emoji. You get those emojis, like, see that green right there with the tongue hanging down, the eyes about to pop out? You are a beautiful girl. Like, what do you do with yourself? You know what I mean? Besides fucking have bad relationship with dudes.
Ride my bike.
Why do the crazy looking cat ones, you know, always, they're just like, man, they a problem. Like, do dudes try to settle you down?
Yes, for sure.
And you don't want that?
No, yeah, I do. It's just I haven't met the right one.
What is the right one? Let's see. What would be the perfect world right dude that you think? But sometimes when girls get this right dude, and now you got the right dude, it still ain't good enough. Now it's not the right.
Well, that's true too, because like of how much stuff I've been through, it's really hard to have a connection with a guy that is interesting to me. I guess you would say. I get bored very easily. And a lot of guys just don't have their shit together. Like, it's just all bad out there right now. Right, girls? Like, they just don't have their shit together. Like, partying is their number one thing, or they don't know how to use their finances.
But listen, Kat, let me tell you this right now.
They don't know how to romance a woman. Like,
how do you romance a woman? But I want to let me say this.
Old school. What happened to the old school? This new generation shit is horrible. It is all bad out here. There's no.
They send roses in the DM.
Bad. Yeah, it's all DM.
But so you said this new generation, but you're 40 years old. So are you looking at are you trying to rob the cradle or something? What's cracking?
No, I like.
No, these fools are just navigating the internet environment.
Yeah, but even the older generation has went into the younger generation and started doing the same shit that they do and doing the DMs. They don't call you, they text you. It's just so. I'm just not into that. I need a man to call me, to set shit up, to do all of that, not, you know, man.
What if I introduce you to a dude like this? Hold on. This is you want romance, right?
This is for the sounds of East LA.
What if he's saying to you like this?
What can I do to hold your hand? What
to make you understand. Baby, baby.
I will say that every woman loves a man who can sing to her.
Can that dude sing? Does he got skills? A little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
A little bit,
What would he pull up
But
on you when he started singing to
funny.
you?
That's like funny romance. Like girls would actually probably fall for that because it would just be like super cute, funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he did that, you know.
Would
But
they-
he
you
didn't
think
need
he'd-
to know how to sing?
Do you think he'd be able to hit the first night?
Someone else?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
you. Of course I'm not talking about you. Did I just try to set you up? Did I try to set you up, Kat? I apologize. Shame on me. I guess there's one less gentleman in this room.
Now we're at 0.
What's that?
Listen, now we're at 0. You negated the one gentleman we had.
The one gentleman. No, Rick. You're a gentleman too, bro. Stop it, dog.
I have
Casey
a
is.
trans question, actually. Do I call in?
You have a trans
Yeah.
question?
Do you believe that those kind of transsexuals are born that way? Do you believe that they're actually, when they say they're born that way, have you guys ever seen someone younger that...
Gay?
Yeah.
Is what you mean?
Gay or, yeah, gay.
You know what? There's hard. I'm gonna Rick. Rick's got. I know Rick wants to respond to this, but let me say this real quick. I believe it like this: for us straight people, dude, we don't know what they're going through. We can't. It's hard for us to have empathy, especially with dudes. When it's another dude that wants to suck another dude's dick, he's a cocksucker. You know what I mean? You want to suck a dick, dog? What the fuck? You know? To us, that's just blasphemous. You know? But really, dude, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know. Yeah, I believe they were born like that, and they were born in skin they were not comfortable with. They weren't identifying with it, you know? And it's hard for us to have empathy on that because we don't know what that feels like. We don't know what the fuck that feels like. And so instead, you motherfuckers are just bashing these fools and this and that. But I believe what the Alphabet Mafia has done, so, you know, and I'm not trying to like batter or be a dick about anything, but I just believe that they have pushed their agenda like it was the blacks back in the day, slavery. You know, they have pushed their agenda to something that it's not. You know, we will respect it, but don't push it to a point that you feel like you're gonna cancel motherfuckers and do all this crazy shit, or you feel like you know what I've been through, you know, this and that and blah blah blah. Yeah, you've been through some shit, but it doesn't compare to other things that other people have been through that are not acting the way you're acting. I mean, I don't know. That's just my ignorant perspective on it. Do I think about it a lot? Fuck no, I don't. You know, because it has nothing to do with me. You know, but that's outside looking in. You know, off the hip. That's what I can say in that. Rick, did you want to say something?
I just think that I think it's everybody's environment. I think it's whatever way you were raised in. Like, if you were raised around gang members, you're gonna be a gang member. If you were raised around good people, like as far as like working and skateboarding or whatever's going on, I think whatever you're raised around is like more or less you're a product of your environment.
Then with that said, Rick, well, where environments are where there's just nothing but dick sucking going on? What city is that, bro?
I don't think
if you're gonna say raised on environment,
West Hollywood.
I don't think it has anything to do with like a dick sucking environment or something like that. I think it's just more like whatever. Like most people are a product of their environment. So like if you're raised around parents that were gangbanging, most likely you're gonna be gangbanging. If you're around people that are like whatever they're doing, that's what you're gonna be doing. You know? And like I think
that's a unique perspective, though.
Well,
I'll say that.
I think just because that's just the way it is. Like if you look at a lot of stuff now, like a lot of kids this day and age, they're getting a lot of the perspective of the different
options you might have in life because it's in front of your face and they're promoting
back in
it.
the days it wasn't like that.
I got you.
So like people that were raised around our time weren't used to it. So like now you could turn on any TV show to The Simpsons, and you're gonna get like
Some gay shit, maybe.
some gay stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
Like any program. So I just think most of it is, I don't really see people like as far as like, hey, I was born this way, because I think it's if you were raised around the right people as far as your family doing right and you were brought up with money, you're gonna have a different perspective. So I think it's far as like being born that way, as far as being a gang member, being gay, being whatever, I just think that it's whatever environment you're raised in.
Okay.
That's the way it is.
All right.
I was gonna say, I know this boy I grew up with, and his brothers were straight gangsters, like
Yeah.
straight. And I remember when he was like 5 years old, he would take his mom's heels
And put 'em on
and put them on and stuff. And his brothers were not like
All
that.
gangsters in the
Yeah.
house, yeah.
And I would always be like, I feel like he's gonna be, gay
Yeah,
when he grows
of
up. And
course.
he did. He's
He
a
ended up
straight.
being gay.
He turned trans and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've always thought, yeah, you have to be somewhere born, because he was like 5 years old, walking around in his mom's heels, taking her lipstick,
But
putting it on,
I
and they
think-
would tell him like, "What the fuck,"
Hey, stop doing that.
Yeah,
Bro,
stop
we
doing
had
all of it.
We had a gay dude that was a part of the crowd that was related to
Yeah.
one of the homies and shit, bro.
Uh-huh.
And that dude was around gangsters, bro. He was
But-
around no gay shit.
I think it's like overall like around whatever they're on, because like you said, like I was raised up like in my hood around different people, and yeah, there's been people that came around where we're from like being gay, but I don't think it's I don't think like you're born that way. I think it's maybe something at school, maybe people like you're chilling with, because like you could, like my brother came out cool. Like out of all my brothers, I got one brother that's not from my mom's side, that's not gangbanging, and my brothers on my dad's side, they're cool, they're chilling, they're not on gangbanging shit, and my dad's like gangbanger, So I think it's just the way that like you're whatever you're around, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that's what I think. I mean, it might be wrong. There might be people saying, fuck you, you're on some bullshit. But, I mean, that's just what it is, Some people have different perspectives of different things, and they're going to see it different ways, and, but I don't know.
All right, let's get this phone call right here. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us. Hung up. I mean, whatever. It is what it is, and
That's just touchy, man. It's touchy. It's a touchy subject. There's not a lot of people that are going to agree with any.
yeah,
either way
everybody's
that you
got
put
their
on.
own thought on it,
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
got it. And I'm not
It can go
saying
either way.
I'm not saying mine's right and yours is wrong or vice versa, bro.
nobody's never gonna be
Everybody,
right or wrong
bro,
about
you
it.
got to respect everybody's perspective on a matter, because it's just the way they see it, and especially if they're just looking outside, looking in, and just trying to look from the nosebleed seat, so to speak. You know what I mean? Then you know what I mean. And that's what I'm doing. I mean, I'm looking for the nosebleed seats. I don't got a hand in experience with that, but anyways, Kat, what do you got going on with yourself? You do a lot of modeling now, right?
I would consider it modeling.
What will you
photos.
photos, but you do a lot of photo shoots. You just did one the other night.
Yeah.
What kind of photo shoot is it?
That one was in a hiking trail with just like some lingerie.
How does that feel, being in a hiking trail with some lingerie? You know what I mean? I hate to jump out the bushes and be that bear on you, you know what I mean? But god damn it, you know what I mean? Fuck you doing in my trail, girl? You're like, Lucky, I know that's you. And I'm like, her.
Say, meow.
I heard that kitty cat miling at me a mile away, girl. So you're in the
I thought that was a phone call. I was like waiting.
so you're in the mountains and you're fucking in lingerie. I mean, do you like being in lingerie? Does it feel good to be half naked?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why does it feel so good?
It feels good. Just, I guess, because the way I told you, I was, felt a certain way, always insecure when I was younger and just a bigger girl. And now that I'm at this age and being able being asked to have photos taken by professional photographers and having some amazing photos come out, I think it's great.
Damn. Shout out to those photographers, man.
Want to see one?
Yeah, let's see one. Let's see one. Yeah, absolutely. I want to see one. You can send it to my phone.
You could show that camera right there.
Can I? Oh.
This one right. No, this white one here, straight ahead of you.
He just sent them to me too, so.
Anticipation. The tension.
I know. I thought something else was going to be talked about right now while I look for this.
Everybody's excited. They're speechless.
Everybody's like,
Everybody's waiting.
Even the chat froze. Even the chat froze.
we are waiting patiently for these pictures.
I thought you said you had pictures.
Hopefully a bottle of lotion comes with these pictures.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Where
When
am I
it's
going?
straight, just straight. Yeah, just go more.
There's that one.
Wait, hold on. Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay.
How do you do this? There's that one.
Damn, girl. Those are nice trees right there. Beautiful trees.
Yeah, it's just. I have to look for that.
Hey, are any photographers ever like pervs and shit?
No, I've actually been very. I felt very comfortable with the ones that I have shot with.
I'd probably pull up in some Jack Ripper shorts. Remember Three's Company? Does anybody remember Three's Company? Come and knock on my door. I'll be waiting for you. And he always had the Jack Tripper shorts. He lived with the 2 chicks and shit, and he was like a sick ass perv.
Crazy show.
Anyways. Who is it? Is that who his name is?
Yeah, John.
This wasn't yesterday, but this was.
Damn, those fuckers are just busting out, man.
I know people are like they can't see.
Put that one picture right here on this camera.
This is the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, put that picture on that camera right there. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Mark,
Here you go.
set, go.
Mark Sicko. I don't even know.
Put
Here,
a
you
picture.
do it.
Let me
Straight.
see.
No, go back a little bit.
Beautiful picture. What do you do with those?
Like
What do you do with the pictures? I mean, are they being published in magazines? I mean, did we still have magazines? Publishing magazines?
Yeah.
I actually did a calendar with this one with some of the girls. So I had a whole biker calendar, and I should have brought it for you. But
Hung it up in the bathroom.
I had a calendar contest of biker women apply to be in the calendar, and they all had to have riding experience, and the 12 that won ended up, we did like a whole boudoir?
What is that?
Photo shoot.
They call
Like a
it
lingerie
Bond
one,
deep,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. What is it called again?
Boudoir?
Boudoir?
Is there somewhere to get it at?
Huh?
Are you selling it?
Yeah, I was selling them, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I know, that's why I said I should have brought one. I'll send you guys one for sure.
And so, how do people get these calendars? How do they get your merchandise? You have a website?
Yeah, I have a website for is Crazy Cats Moto. So crazy is with a K, and then cats KATZ, and then moto MOTO. And then if any girls want to get your eyebrows done, it's Crazy Cats Brows.
Where do you do that at? You tattoo them? Do you do it with a tattoo machine?
Yeah, it's like it's a tattoo machine. They're semi-permanent, but I get a lot of like chola girls because they don't want to go to when you go like to Orange County or something. They're doing the regular white girl kind of just very natural look.
Yeah.
And these girls.
So the white girls are getting it now. The tattoos on the eyebrows.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
but it's more the natural look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cholas want the Sharpie. shit.
Yeah, they do.
Sorry, someone on the comments said we just got catfished, which is hilarious.
Sorry?
Good one.
Almost sorry.
No, don't be apologizing about nothing. And so they want the chola eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have patterns of them or something like that?
No. So one of my talents is I know how to draw portraits. So when they come in with their eyebrows and they're usually uneven, and I'm sure you've seen girls draw their eyebrows and they're just like all over the place. I will make sure that they're measured and put them in correctly, so that way they're not coming off either in the water.
How'd you learn coming off in the water? Fuck, nothing's worse than a fucking chola gets in a swimming pool and she pops back out from the water and her face is just gone. She's just fucking. You know what I mean? It's just like a sea of skin. You know what I mean? With eyeballs and lips. Have you ever like fucked somebody's eyebrows up?
I actually correct a lot of girls' eyebrows that come in. They'll like come to me even sometimes crying, like whoever they went to messed up my brows, because they're trying to get the cheaper deal. I'm in the middle.
What does it cost
pricing.
to get something like that done?
You go to Orange County, it's like $1,000. Yeah, when I do it for $5, but newcomers do it for about $300, $200 to $300. So if you're paying that much, you're at risk for sure.
300, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you get what you pay for and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's dope. What do you got going on for the rest of your summertime's about to pop off? Like, what you got going on for the summer?
I have some collabs. I had a tattoo artist just reach out to me to do a bike night tattoo thing event at my shop. I have a big vest company, Espinosa's. I did a collab with them. We're gonna do a big event in August.
Sick.
I'm
Espinosa's leather, right?
Yeah, Espinosa's leather. Yeah. We already did a collab, so we brought out some women's vests, but we're gonna be bringing out some men's vests. So we're just gonna have a big event for that. So that's something. My 40th birthday in September. It's gonna be a big old Gatsby themed. So I'm getting that ready. And just some writing to different states and just continuing to keep on with my business and making money and doing my thing.
How was it writing to different states? Have you done that before already?
Yeah, the furthest I've written was to Salem, Oregon by myself.
Damn.
So I went up there and got to visit one of the clubs out there and got to just ride out there, and Oregon's beautiful.
It is
beautiful. Yeah.
There's some fucking really tweaker towns around there though too. I hear. I mean, I've never
Stay
been
that
around
long.
there. Yeah.
Didn't stay that long, but yeah.
But Oregon, they're over there like cultivating a lot of weed out there, so they probably have a lot of like fucking farms out there and crazy shit.
I just
I just this
went
is
through and went back out.
Yeah, but so it was beautiful though, huh?
Yeah, it was very beautiful. Yeah.
How long was that ride? I mean, did you you pull over?
Yeah, so I stopped in like Sacramento, and then it took me I think like 2 full days, and then when I came back down, I went to San Francisco and stayed there a night, and then came back out. Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope.
It was like a full turnaround. It was like 5 days, I think it was 5 or 6 days.
Do you trip out on any politics? Like, what's going on in the world? Are you engaged with any of that? Like, what moves you? Let's get a little. Before
politics or
no, we're not going to talk about street politics, right? We're just talking about regular politics. Like, they got everybody talks about Trump or there's a war in Ukraine, this that and the other. China, we might be going to war with China. Are you in tune with any of that? Does that?
Not really, honestly.
Not really.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. You do what you would. You
yeah,
worry about
I have
what's
so much going on, and in my world that I don't even try to look at other things. It's just too much.
What kind of music you like?
I love oldies. That's what I was raised on. I'm actually getting more into country now, though. A lot of country is good.
Shame on you. Go ahead, though.
It's actually,
is it a biker thing that you're being
being
exposed to it?
Yes, a lot of bikers are. Yes, a lot of ones.
I cannot stand country music. I listen to anything and everything, but country music is just like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think you've heard the right music. That's why. Because I never thought I would like country music either. at all. I was like, there's no way. But
There's different subgenres within country though too. You know?
Yeah.
Like outlaw country.
Exactly.
You know, like, they got pop country, obviously, which is all like that. Yeah, they got Western country, that culture wall.
Yeah, I don't feel it. It doesn't move me. I listen to shit that moves my soul, and anytime that comes on, it just doesn't do nothing to my fucking.
What moves your soul?
What moves my soul? What moves my soul is just like, I would say anything that has. It's my soul, so I can't speak vaguely on it. But you know, you feel you. I would say music is frequencies, right? Music is frequencies, and so we all have. We feel different frequencies that will move our soul, right? Because I can say there's just a lot of different things that would move my soul, you know, subjects on songs, right? But I do love like soulful shit. I love
like jazz.
No, fuck no. I mean, no, yeah,
I'm
jazz is cool. No, jazz is cool. Oldies is good. I listen to classic rock. I listen to old school rap. I listen to fucking heavy metal. I listen to fucking all kinds of reggae. I listen to all kinds of different genres. Yeah, I listen to blues. I listen to a lot of fucking shit. You know, I am fucking very, very well-rounded with music. But country is just not no part of it, you know. But then again, I've never been around anybody that was like listening to that shit. Like, I'm gonna go to this fool's house and he's gonna play nothing but country, you know. And maybe if I was around some shit like that, then I'd be starting hearing more songs. Then I'll be like, all right, I kind of like that song right there, you know.
I'm gonna send you like a 5-song playlist.
We're gonna take Luggy to Stagecoach 2024.
Nah, dog. I'm really good with that because those aren't my people, bro. Those aren't my people that I want to be around, bro. I don't want to be around a bunch of fucking shit kickers and motherfucking boots or whatever they fucking feel that they are and shit.
Twins?
Backwoods motherfuckers, like, because those aren't my people, you know what I mean? And I can't really have a cool conversation where we're going to, I probably could because I can have a cool conversation with anybody, but I'm just saying, I just don't feel it. That's it. I just don't feel it, you know what I mean? But it's always reminding me of just like backwoods redneck shit, you know? That's what it's reminding me of, to be honest. You know, can you imagine how do you feel sometimes when a fucking redneck pulls up to a fucking rap concert? You're like, oh shit, that dude's cool. He's been exposed to some shit. You know what I mean? You look at him like a kind of a spectacle because he's the fucking odd man out in the crowd. That's how I feel like I would be in that crowd right there. The odd man out. I feel like
that with the EDC crowd for sure.
Oh. Do you go there half naked?
No, I can't do it. There's no way. All these kids around me, I'm just like, oh no.
Well, you're 40 years old, girl. You ain't supposed to be going to those
things. There are
things.
40-year-olds still going.
Pervs.
Yeah, look at them, right? Look at it. There are a lot of guys and girls at my age that are still going. They're posting it and everything. And
I bet those porta potties are horrible. Fucking just jack shacks, dog. You know what I mean? Fucking freaks. But EDC is like it's a sex thing, no? Everybody's taking shit, they're vibing out, they're on all kinds of drugs, they're half fucking naked.
I thought it was about the music.
Okay.
It is.
Isn't it? A lot of it's about the music and the DJ. Those DJs get paid bank, right?
Yep, it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Somebody paid Eagle Beak, Republican, Renaissance. My G, you couldn't make that YouTube handle any longer. You know what I mean? What's your education level? They're asking right there.
I have an associate's.
You have an associate's. Mm-hmm. What does that consist of?
It's just an associate's in healthcare management. So when I went to Arizona, I did online and got an associate's.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. I think I have equivalent to a business associate's. I think that's what they said it's equivalent to.
Well,
yeah. But that's dope. And so, do you have is your hustle the 9 to 5, or do you have a job?
My hustle is the eyebrows. So I charge $500 for one girl. So I get 2-3. That's $1,500. You know, I get paid cash. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's a good paycheck.
That's not even part time. It's less than part time. So I did like a special, and I did $400 for the month of May for Mother's Day, and I had like 10 girls. That's $4,000 just for a week or 2 weeks of work.
Yeah, that's a good living, and you're doing it.
But all my money goes into my business, my other business. So one's a money maker and the other one's a money taker.
That's life, though, girl. That's life.
Yeah, you gotta make money or give money to make money, or
Absolutely. Well, Kat, I just want to thank you so much for just making the time to pull through on Hood Stocks, baby girl. You know what I mean?
Hopefully I was a good guest.
No, you were a great guest. You were
All
a great
over the
guest.
place.
No, we were all over the place. You know what I mean? You know, and it falls on me, not you. You know, but it was good to have you here. I'm glad that we've talked on the phone prior, and we know each other from Instagram. You know, and I'm glad to finally meet you face to face. And
you too. Thank you very much.
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Everybody give it up for Crazy Cat. Once again, what's the Instagram they can follow you at, how they can support you? Give all those one more time.
My personal is cat_the biker chick. And then my businesses it's on my personal, but one is Crazy Cat's Brows and the other one's Crazy Cat's Moto.
There it is right there. Casey, do you got anything to say heading out of this bitch?
Were you at so today I was driving down Alameda right there past 6th Street, and the whole block was shut down because of have you heard of that establishment moto shed?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had like a
Little
huge
restaurant?
bike event today that was like the
Have
whole
you-
street was filled.
You know you could eat there?
Yeah, I've been there to eat.
Oh, you have you?
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's more what kind of bikers are there, Michelle?
Yeah, it's like white bike or
yeah.
Wait. So it's like those dudes driving those bobbles or whatever.
It's from England. It's this company from England.
Coming from England, yeah.
And they have this giant space in the Arts District, huge,
They're like
and it only has
cafe
bike parking.
racers, yeah.
So
stuff
you don't
like
got are the Mongols there? Dudes like that there?
You can't wear your cut.
No.
Oh, you can't wear cuts.
Is that what
wear
they call
cuts
it?
there.
They call it your cut. What is the vest?
Yeah.
But they have a barbershop in there, a tattoo shop. They have a bar, a restaurant,
Yeah.
a whole like fucking museum. They have a speakeasy, like a private bar.
That's dope. You're on Hood Stocks. Go ahead.
So lucky.
What up, doggy?
Lucky, you're a cutie, bro. Mwah.
This fucking guy. They asked if you were single right here. You single?
Yes, I am.
You're single. Huh.
Newly single.
Newly single.
I'll put that out there.
Newly single. Okay. And so, what is the best way for someone to holler at you? Is it in the DM? Is it to catch you at one of those events?
The last guy who asked me out, yeah, it was at an event. He came to me like a man and asked me out.
Whew, she said like a man, not through text, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Shit, motherfuckers is just like.
I was actually impressed, yeah.
And you went out?
Yeah, we went on a date.
What's the ideal date to take someone like yourself out?
We went to a nice restaurant in Pomona, the mining company at the top.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the whole view. Have you guys been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I like that place.
So we went there and just had dinner, but I think my mind is just kind of business focused right now, so I wasn't completely in tune. But I kind of explained that.
What a letdown. He's like, all right, guess there's no dessert.
And you have to ride too, right?
I had to ride, yeah. I had to be ready to ride, and then I had my calendar for this weekend, including head stocks. So, again, my mind had to be focused.
I respect that. You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, Big Lux?
What up, baby?
Hey, I had a question for your guest right there.
Go ahead.
I want to take her on a date, bro, but I don't have a car. All I have is a side cart. Can we hook it up to a Harley?
How about I pick you up and you get on the back of my Harley?
Oh!
What do I look like, KRAZY?
Lucky
I
said
just
he
wanted
was
to call her
down.
to talk.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck.
Lucky said he
dog.
was down.
You fools are gonna be
Bring
talking
the
shit.
camera. Bring the camera.
You guys are gonna be talking shit to me when you see me on the road in the back of Cat's bike, but I'm gonna have a big smile on my face. You know what I mean?
All
It's
good,
gonna be
all
like,
good.
fuck you, bitches. I know you're talking shit. Hey, that was a good one, brother.
All right, big dog.
Appreciate
you guys have a good
dog.
night.
You too, bro. I love the callers right here, man. They always got some good shit to say. Have you ever rode a dude though in the back of your bike like that? Like he said, "Oh man, I don't ride, but I don't want to get in the back of your bike." Right?
No, I did a girl.
You did a girl.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, a girl's.
Because
Couple girls.
even if it was a dude, he would be looked like a girl.
Yeah, it just wouldn't look right. We were gonna do like a little skit on something like that, but it just never happened. But yeah, girls jump on the back of my bike all the time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Hell yeah. Well, everybody give it up for Cat, Crazy Cat. I appreciate you coming through once again. Shout out to your homegirls that came through with you. I appreciate you ladies coming through. Much love, much respect. And, hey, we will see you guys next weekend. We'll be back on Memorial Day. And I got a famous person that I'm bringing on for you guys, you know. And he's a funny dude. He's a comedian, and I think you guys are going to love the podcast. You're going to love the episode. We're probably going to wild out and have a good time. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your comments. You know what I mean? I appreciate the constructive criticism in whatever form it is put forward. Sometimes it sounds like you're talking shit to me, you know what I mean? But I just take it as constructive criticism, dog. Or maybe sometimes I might bark back a little, you know, whatever, dog. But it's all taken in, and we weigh it out, and we move forward, you know what I mean? This is how we do it right here at the community of Hoodstocks, baby. So thanks again. Love you guys, and we are